Hello! It's Mina! Welcome to the Dreamland, everybody! Hello, Momo! Congratulations on your first comment. uh, Congratulations. Anyways. Oh yeah, the menu parallax, that's really nice. I was also like, ooh, when I played the demo, I was like, ooh. I really just like staying on the menu, like, you know? Yeah, so we're gonna play Bad Faith today. I played the demo, which was about like 30 minutes of gameplay. Oh, dioramas? Is that what you mean? Are they called dioramas? Diorama? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a diorama you're talking about. But yeah, so I played about like 30 minutes of this game. I like it! Thank you, babe! So, for anyone who doesn't know, Momo gave me a new desk. A new old desk. So yeah. This is, the game Bad Faith. It is by, a game developer a game developer and artist named Mado. I've been following it basically more or less for like a few months. I remember seeing like a little before the demo, and I was like, ooh, that looks so pretty, and then I started following Mado, and I was like, it looks so cool. And yeah, I played the demo. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Yeah. I'm thinking that it might take 2 streams or so. I don't think it's that long. So yeah. We're and as usual, I'm just gonna voice the main character here. Her name is Magda. Her name is Magda. I'm just gonna voice her with my normal voice, and then I'll figure out what else the other ones are gonna get. Yeah, I got me a square disc now. Yep. Okay. So let's just... So, what do you think? Of my thumbnails, I mean. Magda! Yeah, that's her name. She's so pretty. Hand it over to me and I'll take a look. Hmm. I'm not quite sure. I don't know how it's supposed to be spelled. This is the first time I've seen this name in English. Well, I think this composition is pretty strong. You've come a long way in just under a year, Magda. Really? Mm-hmm. With time and effort, you could turn this into a gorgeous piece. Thank you. Oh! Okay. That's, my favorite of the bunch, too. Magdalena. Oh, yeah, that's probably... I didn't think about that. I was looking for some references in the studio, and I found a pattern known as the Tree of Life. I thought it would be appropriate, since, the Haven is a sanctuary. I can definitely see that. Excellent choice of theme, Magda. It's okay, I'm good at reading. One suggestion, though. Yes? You may want to spread out where you put the birds. If you do that, then the composition will guide your eyes all across the tree, rather than to specific sections of it. I guess that makes sense. So, are you ready to start working on your first solo piece? Oh, I'd be more than happy to... Maria? Magda. It's... assembly time. Ah, right. Assembly time. Yeah. Okay, so... It's spoopy! This is from the part I've played, so... My name is Magda. Just Magda. I'm a girl. Her name is Maria. And, yeah. I'm 19 years old. I live in the Haven. It's a place on an island in the middle of a giant lake. Maria Magdalena, how iconic, I know it. Beyond the lake lie dangerous lands. There, people are corrupt. They kill. They steal. They plunder. They lust and poison and lie for the pettiest of reasons. In other words, they're insane. But the Haven is different. Our leader, Lady Amaris, says that those who live here are pure of heart and mind. I am very lucky. Instead of growing up in a decaying, violent world, I spend my days surrounded by beautiful forests and good people. There's just one catch. We need to stay pure. If we don't, well, that's what the Apologia assemblies are for. For anyone who has ever played a horror game, I bet you can tell where this one is going. Clap clap mado. I'm so excited about this game. Yes. She's a very special lady. Which is also very interesting. Like, overall, there's a lot of interesting things going on here. Just in this entire game. Oh, boy! I didn't find a- oh god, I didn't- no, I knew I was forgetting something. I didn't find a cursed voice. It's fine, I'm gonna have to see what voice mod has to offer. The bell rings. An assembly is about to begin. Everyone is expected to come. It's a Haven-wide event, after all. And so me, Maria, and the other members of the art sect make our way to the assembly building. Usually, assemblies don't bother Maria. But today, she looks really, really uncomfortable. Not because the assembly is about her, though. Maria's a sect head. She fosters a special level of trust with Lady Amaris and receives privileges from her for her loyalty. No, Maria dreads this assembly because this assembly will be about her best friend, Jael. One is conspired that was excluded as official apostle because she was female. Oh, that's interesting. Everyone knew that Jael would get into trouble sooner or later. Apparently, she shirked her duty as a member of the research sect. Instead of determining whether foreign books, movies, and art were safe for the heaven to see, Jael's curiosity betrayed her somehow. I don't know much else. But since she's the center of today's assembly, she must have done something pretty terrible. Eventually, me and the rest of the art sect reached the assembly building. It's a tall, imposing structure, and one of the oldest buildings in the Haven. It sticks out like a jagged nail from the surrounding reeds. To be frank, I've grown to hate it. But to the Haven's members, assemblies are like swallowing cod liver oil. They're uncomfortable in the moment, but good for our minds overall. The entrance is crowded with girls from other sects. Like ants to an anthill, we all march in single file. Once I get inside, I find a pew at the very back of the room to sit in. I don't really want front row seats for this. It's best for me to stay as quiet as hidden as possible. Looking around the hall, I spot Maria in a row adjacent to mine. Seems like she had the same idea. I hope she'll get out of this okay. But yeah, this is quite... Suddenly, the speakers crackle overhead. There's 3 taps. Then, a familiar, cold voice comes through. Everyone, please settle down. The Apologia Assembly is about to begin. The room goes quiet. This is Eve. Everyone turns towards the voice's source, a chubby, bespectacled young woman. Without a discernible expression, she stands on the stage in the back of the room. The head of the research sect, Eve. Ugh. If she's leading this assembly, Jael's definitely going to have a rough time. Behind her stand Lady Amaris and a certain member of the writing sect. My body suddenly breaks out into a cold sweat. I look away. Oh god, not her as well. Ugh. With both Eve and Cerise on stage, this assembly's gonna be brutal. Good. We have peace and quiet. Let's get right to the matter at hand. Jail of the research sect. If you could come to the stage, please. There's no response. With an impatient cough, Eve taps the microphone on the stage's podium. Jail, I'd appreciate it if you could make this easier for all of us. Don't make me use force. Another pause. Then I hear footsteps. Everyone's eyes turn toward an average-looking redhead, reluctantly coming forward to the stage front. Asweto, can I just say how much I love Mado's art? Ah, so that's what Jail looks like. This is the first time I've seen her. Aside from Eve, I don't know many members of the research sect. Once Jail makes her way into the stage at the back of the room, Eve gives her a quick nod. Thank you for cooperating. Shall we begin? Jail doesn't respond. Instead, she gazes down at the wooden floor and frowns. I'll take that as a yes. We are gathered here today to judge Jail of the research sect for the harm she has brought to our community. According to significant evidence, she smuggled illegal foreign media into the Haven. Books, illustrations, movies, all unvetted by her own research sect. All extremely dangerous in content. You get the idea. She did this knowing full well that her actions could have caused her and her fellow Haven members to go insane. Like, I don't know. It's like, I'm definitely like, oh yeah, I know where this is going. But it's still, I still love it a lot. It's very good. I've appreciated. The demo was at least very fun. Lady Amaris, what would you like to say about this? By the way, at least from the main characters, I haven't seen anyone who isn't like, basically like feminine / a woman. So I'm using my deeper voices on the ladies too. Just you know, because I can, and my voice isn't very high to begin with. Miss Jail was led by her curiosity. When exercised with prudence, moderation, and in service to noble causes, curiosity is a beautiful virtue. Yet unrestrained curiosity is a thing to be feared. Indeed, it could be called a dangerous excess. Jail fell prey to this untempered excess. Because of her curiosity, our entire community was put at risk. Naturally, we cannot behave leniently towards her. Thank you for your wise words, Lady Amaris. Before we continue, I'd also like to thank another member of the Haven for contributing vital evidence. Please show your appreciation for Cerise of the Writing Sect. This necessary assembly would not be possible without her loyalty and service to the Haven. The audience bursts into applause as the woman behind Lady Amaris steps forward to take a bow. A tall blonde with a powerful frame. I try to ignore her by looking down at my lap. Spoopy lesbians! Yes! Yes! Exactly, Joe Barra. Compared to everyone else's loud claps, mine are small and nearly silent. Not clapping would raise suspicion against me. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate the response here. It took a lot of work unearthing the case. But I think the cat's out of the bag now. You know, his curiosity killed the cat and all. Rolls my eyes. No straight so. There's a well-timed burst of laughter that follows Cerise's remark. Probably canned to humor her. Who knows, maybe this is the first horror game that'll actually scare me. Okay, I say it's like, it's spoopy, but I don't know if I'd classify it as a horror game? I don't know, like it's... like, it's not like supposed to be like, I don't know, like from what I saw of it, it's definitely spooky, but it isn't really like super scary necessarily, like there's no like jump scares and stuff. It's very atmospheric and stuff. Really can't to humor her. Oh, but there's quite a few categories of horror, to be honest. Yeah, this is like more of a, I guess, like an atmospheric / like psychological horror. There isn't really a lot of scary monsters. I mean, not from what I saw from the demo, at least. Sorry, I almost choked on my tea. Anyhow, what are we gonna do with this troublemaker, huh? Good question. We could make her clean the dorm bathrooms for a month with her toothbrush. Or we could force her to eat alone during meal times after everyone else has left. Or we could make her organize the research sect archives, like the ones that haven't been touched in 15 years. But then, what would the point of this assembly be? She just put all of us in a lot of danger. It wouldn't be fair to just have her scrub a few toilets and let her off scot-free. I know, don't worry, Lamau. I don't get scared in any horror anyway. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's interesting. I'm definitely more of a scaredy cat. I don't like playing like really spooky horror games, especially not alone. Like, I mean, foreign material's tricky stuff. If it hasn't been checked beforehand, you never know what it could do to your brain. And the stuff Jill was hoarding. She was watching The Office. Sorry. Mina just choked on tea, more news at 11. Yeah, after Phasmo in VR and also having behind stuff like Seiya, no time hardly swayed. Yeah, I know. Also, after we've been playing Deathmark, we are steeled. Okay. Well, I saw it with my own eyes. It was real gross freak shit. Do we really want to keep someone like that in our community? Huh? I didn't think so. So, Jail, let me tell you what's gonna happen next. From here on out, you're no longer a member of the Haven. Are you implying that... Yes, Jail. You'll be taken away. Wait! If that's the case, then... What's gonna happen to me? Where will I go now? Can I say goodbye to my friends? You're no longer part of the Haven. You don't deserve answers. Eve, if you could... Right. No! Please! 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 Mario, help me! You're ahead too, aren't you? You can stop this! We're friends, right, Mario? Aren't we? Please. Oof. Oof. Oh, come on, Argo. You really... Oh my god. You're not gonna let me live that one down, are you? The commotion makes me look up from my lap. In the pew across from mine, Maria shifts her legs back and forth. She wants to intervene. I can tell. But after everything Jill did, intervening would put her position as a head into question. So in the end, she does nothing. All she can do is stare sadly as Jill continues to scream and wail in her terror of her fate. No, it's fine, but hey, that's something that got me, okay? Don't worry, I'll get over it. Cerise grabs her from behind, twisting her flailing arms into a writhing arm lock. At a distance, Eve calmly brings a white tube to her lips and puffs her cheeks. Jill stops screaming. She freezes. A red dart has just pricked her neck. Her body goes limp. She falls to the floor unconscious. But then I doubt after you're focused that a spirit will use human corpses as a beehive's might. Oh my god. I thought my joke was pretty good. With the joint efforts of Cerise and Eve, Jael is dragged off stage. Once more, Lady Amara steps up to the podium. And so, that concludes the assembly. Let this be a lesson to you all. Beware of unchecked temptation. You must now head back to your respective sects. Seek to continue your good work. Even I will take care of this matter from here. On command, everyone rises from their pews at once, and orderly lines of women begin to make their way out of the hall. What happens when you're taken away? Where do you go? What can you do? Some say that you're banished to the outside world with nothing but the clothes on your back. Others think of more frightening possibilities. Imprisonment, torture, execution. None of us know. Only the heads know the answer, but they're sworn to secrecy on the matter. Those who've been taken away know too, but they never come back to tell anyone. Assemblies are scary, but every time they're held, they emphasize an important lesson. It's easy to do insane things in the Haven, but it's also easy to be caught doing them, and it's easy to find out how harshly you'll be punished for your slights. In other words, it's better not to do insane things at all. Once, I did something insane. I was caught doing it, and an assembly was held. I was very nearly taken away. But at the last moment, someone saved me. I'm pretty sure it's this. You know. Because I was accused. Most of the Haven doesn't trust me anymore. At any moment, I feel like I'll be accused again. Whenever an assembly finishes. Whenever another girl is tried, sentenced, and taken away. I'm always relieved that I wasn't the one standing on that stage. Sounds like a hardcore place. I know! After the assembly, everyone files out of the hall. I try to stay at the back of the crowd. Pushing through will get everyone else annoyed. After all of us have things to do. Well, most of us, actually. Maria told me that art sect members were excused for the rest of the day. Maria really cared for jail. I can't imagine what she's feeling right now. Ugh, my head's buzzing. I should go and do something to clear it. There's a dense wood nearby. One that has a ring path with lovely views and comforting scenery. A pleasant place where you can forget anything terrible. I've decided I'll walk till sunset. That's what I usually do after a stressful assembly. As always, the trees are beautiful. The shade on the ground reveals only dappled patches of sunlight, slipping through the lacework of leaves spread broadly over the canopy. The wet and earthy smell of the soil, the sounds of gentle breeze rustling, branches brimming with flowers and fruits, the faraway chorus of songbirds. Whenever I'm surrounded by these sensations, I feel at ease. For a moment, I can believe that the Haven is truly paradise. It's like, if this is the only time that you feel like it's a paradise, maybe it isn't as great as you thought, just a suggestion. I don't know. I walk along one of the many pleasure trails that branch off the ring path, all painstakingly designed by the architectural sect. They're fairly short, but they always have enjoyable views. If I look hard enough through the trees, I can see some of the Haven buildings. I can't tell which ones, though. But eventually, the trail comes to a stop. A little white picket gate marks its end and the beginning of outside. Most Haven members aren't allowed to travel outside. As far as I know, only Lady Amaris and the sect heads can go past the barrier. I'm not sure why. I overheard that some more daring people had gone outside before. Oh, good looking. It's okay, thank you. Apparently there wasn't much to see. Maybe it's a safety thing to discourage people from leaving the island. But there really isn't much reason to go beyond the island to begin with. All that lies in wait are insane lands filled with insane people. I don't know. Anyways, the punishment for wandering out here isn't too strict. If you're caught beyond the gate, you're usually warned or assigned minor chores like sweeping the dorms. So, all of that said, I don't think it'd hurt for me to go off the beaten path a little. This is where the trouble starts! To take this walk a little further than normal. Since most people are wary around me, I won't wander far enough to get into serious trouble with anyone who might see me. Besides, I'm not interested in leaving the Haven. It's the only home I know. Yeah, this is fine. This'll just be a little journey to clear my head. If I'm careful, I can satisfy my curiosity safely. I make my way to the gate. I prise it open with a rusty creak and step through. With the quiet click of the gate snapping shut behind me, I begin my little journey outside. Oh, it's okay. I am hydrating. Got me some tea, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. Yeah. What they said was right. There's not much about outside that's different from the rest of the forest. The wet and earthy smell of the soil, sounds of a gentle breeze rustling, branches brimming with flowers and fruits, the faraway chorus of songbirds. I sense all the same things again and again and again and again, no matter how far I go. Well, I guess I should have expected this. It seems pretty in line with what the more daring members of the Haven have said. Maybe outside is just symbolic, a way to keep us all in check. Honestly, I've got no idea about what goes on in Lady Amaris's head. Wait, hold on. What was that? Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a glimpse of something in the distance. I turn around. At this distance, I can't make out what the something is. From what I can see, it looks grey and cubical in shape. I wonder what it is. A rock formation? A sculpture? A monument? Whatever it is, it intrigues me. I don't think it'd hurt for me to check it out. I leave the path entirely, step into the underbrush, and make a beeline toward the mysterious object in the distance. Shoop! As I approach, I realize that this isn't just any object. It's a building. An unusual building. I've never seen one like this before. Back in the Haven, most of the buildings are made out of wood. This building seems to be made out of some hard grey material. Maybe I could go a little closer, find out a little more. If I'm caught, I won't get into too much trouble, right? Also, I was just taking a look at something strange and new. I don't know, my girl. I don't know. I don't. Press X, you know? Then I'll swear never to go here again. It'll be a quick peek, and then I'll go home. Yeah, just a quick peek. Nothing wrong with that. Up close, the grey material seems to have all sorts of bumps and cracks. I don't recognize it at all. I glide my hands against the material. Touching the bumps and indents on the surface is strangely soothing. With small steps, I slowly make my way around the building while tracing my hand across its walls. Well, I don't know about this, Magda. I don't know. The walls still seem very different from each other, apart from the placement of small moss patches on them and the shapes of various fine cracks across them. And then I get to the fourth wall. There's a doorway there at the very end. I pause for a moment to look around. No one is observing me in the woods. No one is coming out of the building. I'm still completely alone. Completely alone to explore the building freely. I approach the doorway carefully to investigate further. Door's wide open. If I lean my body forward, I can see what the building is like inside. I crane my neck forward to take a peek into the room within. Ooh! Spooky! From the limited amount of light, I can see that the buildings inside are a ruin. The room is barren. No furniture. No lighting. Not even a proper floor. And empty. All empty except for a single banister and some stairs. A staircase leading down to the earth. A staircase? To where? What else might be in this building? What lies at the bottom? I can't believe I've never found this place before. It's so weird and fascinating and I just wanna... No, wait! Magda, you're outside! You'll get into trouble if someone finds you here. And if it's inside this building no one knows about in an off-limits area, you might get taken away this time. You don't want to be taken away, do you? For the past year you've been trying to be a good girl. I've ruined what little reputation you have left now. And anyways, this is probably a good reason this building's been hidden from everyone else. Something really bad might be in there. I don't know. But one peek wouldn't hurt, right? Ah, the king of bad decisions right here. She gets her crown. I cannot effing believe you, Magda. God damn it. I guess I'll just go in, explore the place for a bit, then leave. My curiosity will be satisfied, I'll return to my normal life, and I'll pretend that this building never existed. And if I sense that someone's nearby, I'll dash out of here as soon as possible. Right. Sounds like a decent plan to me. Let's go. With the goal of knowing a little more under my belt, I make my way into the building. The room inside is dark, empty, and derelict. There's nothing here to be found besides the light streaming in from outside and the staircase leading to the lower floor. With nothing to see and nothing to do upstairs, I take the staircase down. As I descend, I tread lightly, making sure my footsteps don't echo through the building. A few minutes pass and then I arrive at the floor below. The room that lies here is smaller and dimly lit by a single row of fluorescent lights. They catch my eye. Fluorescent lights are unusual. Back in the Haven, most of us light our nights using beeswax candles from the community apiary. Only sect buildings use fluorescent lights. That's such a hard word to say. Why is that so hard to say? Other than the lights, this room is as empty as the one above it. The staircase still goes down further. If I go a little deeper, will I find something else? The rooms beneath the second one are largely the same. Small spaces with fluorescent lights. Some have steel cabinets, others have doors. All of them are completely empty. I don't touch any of the doors. Of course, a part of me itched to open them, but I want to reach the bottom of the building first. As I go deeper and deeper, my mind frets. Like, honestly, this is such a bad idea. I can't believe she's doing this right now. So I was just thinking about looking through voice mods to see if there's a fun voice to do. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. I don't think so. Doop 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 doop. I guess there's the harmony one. I think that does like a double voice. I don't know. I need to find what I'm looking for and leave. I can't get caught. Eventually, I make it to the bottom of the staircase. I look around the clearing. The deepest room in the building is similar to the rooms on the floors above it. It stands empty. Yet another strip of fluorescent lights runs along its otherwise plain ceiling. All that's different is a pair of heavy metal doors in front of me. Well, I came all the way down here. I can just take a quick peek inside. It won't hurt. I can handle this. If something goes wrong, I'll just run for my life. That way, I won't get in trouble again. I'm sure of it. Yeah. I just need to keep my wits about me. Muttering reassurances to myself in my head, I move forward and push the doors open. It's pitch black. Good. There's definitely no one here. Yet in the dark, a loud humming sound resonates from within the room. I wonder where it's coming from. Maybe a light would help me. I bring one of my hands to the underside of my dress and search for my hidden pocket. To carry daily necessities such as snacks or medicine, most members of the Haven use the hidden pocket of their uniform dress. My pocket always holds a candle dish, a candlestick, and a matchbox. With some fumbling, I slot the candlestick into the little holding spike at the dish's center. Then, taking the handle of the dish between my teeth, I open the matchbox and strike a match on the box's side. The match's amber glow brightens the room a little, but I'm too focused on lighting my candle to see what the light reveals. I remove the handle from my mouth and bring the match head to the candle's wick. Ah, that's a lot better. Now what do we have here? On my left, there's a desk filled with test tubes. A rack of scary-looking metal instruments. Stacks of sheets, covered in cramped scrawls of unreadable handwriting. A winding mass of cables. To my right, there's diagrams. A shelf filled with heavily labeled books. More cables, mirroring the arrangement on the right. And in front of me, there's a giant machine there. I'm not sure what it's for. When I walk a little closer to it, I notice that the loud humming is coming from its insides. Blue light emits from the screen below the machine. I guess I was wrong about the lab being pitch black. Better snuff my candle. But that's not what shocks me. Strapped to the machine is someone I've never seen before. I don't even know if someone is the right word. They don't look human at all. Their head hangs low. They don't seem conscious. Their body is covered with wires jutting in and out of their body. I stand on my heels to get a better look. Most of the wires are attached to their back. I move even closer. Curly golden hair gleams in the blue light underneath. White wings hang from where their ears should be. Hot! I know. This character is also on the website, and I was like, ooh, cursed. Bloody bandages cover their long, lean frame. They're beautiful. They remind me of beings I'd seen in picture books back when I was little. Beautiful winged beings that stopped wars, helped the sick, and brought wisdom to humanity. What were they called again? It's right at the tip of my tongue. Suddenly, I hear the echoes of footsteps. Idle chatter. Both coming from the other side of the room. Hey, yo? Yeah, I know, right? I flinch. Crap! I need to get out of here. I run toward the stairs. Frantically, I try to stuff my candle disc back into my pocket. As I leave, I think I see something. The being's head tilts. A glint of red from their eyes meets mine. And their mouth, caked in dried blood and hundreds of tiny cuts, begin to twist upwards. They're grinning at me. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, oh no, Dio! I know, right? It's just a trick of my mind. I have to go now. Running. I run up the many flights of stairs. My legs ache, my breathing sharp, and my footsteps echo loudly through the building. I no longer care about the noise. Right now, I can't get caught. I can't get caught. I can't get caught. I can't get caught. No, no, no. I repeat this in my head again and again, as if saying it enough times will protect me from being discovered. I can't get caught. I can't get caught. I can't get out. I can't get out of here. I reach the uppermost floor, and then I burst through the entrance. I have so many missions I need to get done in Genshin, and I'm exhausted just looking at them. I can imagine that. Jesus. That's a lot to do in that game. But even then, even out of the relative safety of the woods, I don't stop running. They can still catch me here, and I can't get caught. Chunky game. I don't stop running until I'm far away from the building. Until I'm past the gate. Until I'm back at the start of the forest trail. Until I'm right back where I started, right next to the assembly building. My back bows with exhaustion. My muscles are screaming. My lungs heave in and out. Sweat drips from my forehead, from the nape of my neck, from my arms, onto the yellow-brown grass below. But I made it. I'm here. I'm safe. I can't get caught. That was what I told myself over and over and over again. And in the end, I stand in the Haven grounds once again. Uncaught. Unnoticed. Unscathed. For now. I'm not going back. I won't go back. That was way too close. My curiosity nearly got the better of me. I very nearly went insane. God, I'm so tired. I'll just slowly get back home. Noise. By the time I reached the dorm building, it's already night. Thanks to the candles lighting the paths outside, I found my way back. With some force, I opened the door and stepped into the common room. On a nearby couch, two Haven residents are chatting with each other. They don't notice my entrance. Ah, whatever. If I loiter around here, they'll notice that. And give me weird looks. Talon! Welcome to the stream! Welcome to the Dreamland! How are you doing? Past the common room is a long corridor with many doors on each side of the walls. Behind each door is a standard Haven dorm where members go to sleep. Lady Amaris and the sect heads have a separate living space for the evenings. That's why we never see them once the day is over. Slowly I make my way down the hallway. The wall that comes to greet me at its end has only one single door. Do it! Mama, do it! On its front, a simple wooden plate reads, Room 108. My room. Yunjin Park, I know. To get inside, I only need to turn the doorknob and push. Good. In the Haven, we have an honor code. Members are expected to follow Lady Amaris' rules. We can't enter dorms without their owner's explicit permission. Nor can we take others' private belongings without good reason to do so. If we break the rules, we're punished accordingly. Polishing all of the dining hall tables, sorting piles of documents for the research sects, or dealing with everyone's dorm room trash for a week are among the better penalties for a minor offense. At worst, a culprit is made the center of an assembly. Anyways, sticking to the rules is better for everyone. Once I twist the doorknob, room 108's door cracks open with a squeak. I make my way into my room. Ah, Grace isn't back yet. It's sad to not see her, but I expected this. Lately, she's been working until 9 p.m. at night. The architectural sect loves to keep her busy. She must be working on something important. Grace is really organized, so I'm sure she'll do a nice job. Hello. I make my way to the small bookshelf in the center of our room. Carefully, I brush my fingertips over the spines of the lined-up books. Fairy tales, self-help guides, and Haven-made novellas are all passed over in quick succession. Finally, I stop at one spine, white with black lines, carefully tucked into a hard-to-see spot. With a little tug, the book is eased out of its niche. I stand on my toes to take a ballpoint pen from a glass jar on top of the shelf. Then I sit down on my bed, canopied by the tidy, empty bunk above it. Within the dorms, bunk beds are the standard sleeping arrangement. When people first pair up with their roommates, picking bunks is a traditional Haven housewarming ritual. I don't remember how Grace and I became roommates, but I do know that we picked bunks through a game of rock, paper, scissors. I wanted the top bunk. Guess what the outcome was? Anyways, I opened the book to a blank page and uncapped my pen. This is my diary, a place where I can write my most secret thoughts, away from prying eyes. After I narrowly avoided the consequences of my assembly, Grace gave this to me as a gift. She said diaries help people cope with troubling thoughts. She thought it would help me too. Since then, I've used this diary religiously every day. But Grace has never seen what I've written. Grace is my close friend, but she just let's... I think you're writing very troubling things in that book. I don't know if she'd like... Never mind. Don't think about things you can't control, Magda. Just focus on your writing. Right. Okay. My mind's buzzing with stressful thoughts right now. When this happens, I need to focus on the positives. Yeah. Positives. Doop, doop, doop. What was one good thing that happened to me today? Well, I guess just this morning. Right, here we go. Yep. Dear Diary. I can totally read that. Today, working at the art sect was a lot of fun. I made a lot of progress with my piece. The paradise tree theme I've come up with is really nice, and I love drawing so many beautiful birds. Marius was very supportive of my work too. She's so kind and gentle to me. None of the other sects would give me a second chance, but she willingly took me on. I'm really happy she gave me the opportunity to prove myself. I hope she's doing okay despite everything that happened today. I love her. She's beautiful, generous, and talented. I want to be together with her. The Haven would never allow it, though. Members and pets can't be anything more than friends. The potential for manipulation, abuse, and unfair treatment is too much for a community to risk. And besides, would she want me back like I want her? I don't know. So I'll just keep those thoughts here, safely locked away. That's the best thing I can do right now. Signed, Magda. I know, right? That spiraled into something far less positive than I wanted. At least I wrote something, I guess. There's a knock. The door slowly opens. You? Grace is back. Her afternoon activities must have tired her out, because she walks very slowly into the room. Hey, Grace. Busy day? Grace nods silently. Oh, are you writing a new diary again? Yeah. It's really useful. Thanks for giving it to me. I'm glad I could help. Actually, this is a rather weird question, but... But what?
I've been wondering for a while. Magda, would you ever let me take a look at what you've written? I know the diary's meant to be, private to you and all, but I remember that you were a really great writer. So I was wondering whether I could read some of your writing for myself.
Oh wow, that's rather sudden. I mean, Grace has always been my closest friend. I'm not completely against showing her my personal writing. Indeed, the small book that's on my lab contains all of my existing work. After my assembly, all of my writing sect stories were destroyed. But, I'd rather not show her a lot of the stuff I wrote in my diary. I wonder why. It could make her nervous. Come on, Magda, you need to give Grace some sort of explanation, quick. Well, you see, I don't put anything important in there. I haven't written anything great since I left the writing sect. This is just an outlet for my feelings. Grace squints her eyes. She's clearly not convinced by my excuse. She's known me for a long time. Why would she be?
Sorry, Magda. I'm not sure I believe you. It's okay, though. If you really don't want to show me, I'll just get ready for bed.
The look she gives me makes me pretty uncomfortable. Does she think I'm up to something? Well, I don't really want to make Grace suspicious of me, so maybe it wouldn't hurt for me to show her one entry, right? No, wait, I'll show you. Just let me find something, alright? Just one condition. I'm the one turning the pages, okay? Grace nods gently with a small smile.
Okay. I trust you.
I breathe a sigh of relief, then pick the book up, shielding it from Grace's view. Looking through the pages for something safe to show, I land on an entry from a couple weeks ago. Alright, this one should be okay. I place the book back down on my lap and swivel it around for Grace to read. When I wrote this, the art sect wasn't busy with projects. I took the day to wander through the haven and enjoy the scenery. I wrote about the plants and animals that I saw in that long and pleasant stroll. Squirrels and blackbirds, rose hips and elms, blue skies and warm gentle sunshine, among other things. Grace stares at the pages, mesmerized.
Wow, you really are a beautiful writer. Why haven't you written another book? I'm sure the writing sect would... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the writing sect made a point of not wanting me back. Especially with Cerise around. She'd gut me if I tried to openly writing anything again. I don't mention this to Grace. I don't know how she feels about Cerise. But, Grace, I can still do this in private. This and the work I do for the art sect is enough for me. You gave me another chance. I'm happy I can still stay here with you. Yeah, I understand. And I'm happy I gave you that chance.
Same. Aww. With that, I get up from my bed to tuck my diary back into its bookshelf crevice. I sigh in relief. That didn't go as badly as expected. I was so nervous around Grace anyways. I trust her. She saved me from an assembly. And more importantly, she's my closest and dearest friend. Yeah. I can trust her. Sweating. Definitely sweating right now. Big sweat. I can trust her, right, Mina? I stretch my arms, still standing in front of the bookshelf. So, Grace, are you gonna get ready for bed?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I can come with you. Can I come with you to the bathrooms? If that's alright, I mean.
I don't mind. Just remember to bring your soap, shampoo, and
Pajamas. I won't forget this time.
we'll see about that. Anyways, we should get going before they get crowded. You know how we're about to hit the peak time.
Right. I'll get my stuff straight away. Shoop. After we wash up and get changed, we settle down onto the bed. In the top bunk, Grace is reading an architectural textbook with her small candle lighting the pages nearby. I'm really tired for today, so I'm gonna head to bed. I crawl under my sheets and curl up tight in the comforting dark of our room. Hey, Grace?
Yes, Magda?
Good night. And if I don't see you in the morning tomorrow, have a good day.
You're very kind, Magda. You have a good night as well.
I smile. I'm really lucky to have a friend like Grace. I don't know what I'd do without her. And with those warm thoughts on my mind, I drift into a peaceful sleep.
Dot. I'm dreaming. I know I'm dreaming. Everything here looks like it does in life. Yet the world around me is like the spider webs that grow in undusted corners of the dorm room hallways. Beautiful, but easy to destroy. Somehow, though, this dream feels different. It feels as though I'm viewing a projection. I can't interact with anything or anyone in front of me. It's almost like being in front of a movie. Just without the cramped wooden benches and the whirs of a research sect projection machine. All I can do is watch and listen. Ooh, familiar face. Someone is there. Sitting on clouds far up in the sky. They're looking down at something, cheek propped up by one hand. A wrinkled brow and lips pursed into a tiny frown. They're clearly upset by whatever they see down below. Wait. They look familiar. They're that being I saw in the mysterious building. The long gold hair, the pale skin, the wing ears, they're all the same. And yet, they're not. Do they look healthier? Younger? Very much alive? I wonder, how did they end up down there anyways? Suddenly, someone approaches the being. All that I can tell is that they are tall. The shadow they cast is long and dark. And no matter how hard I try to catch a glimpse of their appearance, I just can't. They've got some aura. An aura that forces my hair to stand on end and my eyes to look down and away. Like my body subconsciously deems me unworthy of seeing them. They're clearly someone old and powerful. Kind of like Lady Amaris, only even scarier and more unknowable. Oh, my child. Why do you look to the earth once more? The being flinches, but does not turn back. Their eyes look upwards, acknowledging the arrival of the unfathomable presence behind them. Like, oh hey, Dad. The state of the world saddens me. Every day, everywhere, humankind tears itself to pieces. They're becoming ensnared by unspeakable evils, and losing sight of all things good and just. Why are we no longer able to help and guide them? How many times must I repeat myself? Higher powers should no longer intervene in humanity's affairs. Our relationship to them is not like it was 2,000 years ago. If we descended now, as we have done in the past, our sacred powers and abilities would be revealed and stripped away from us. They have moved past revering us so that they can fulfill their selfish exploits. Yes, I know. My child, do not roll your eyes at me. There is a reason we enforce this rule so strictly. Interesting parallels right there to like the rest of this game. Intensifies. Big everybody. Let us say you descend to one of the many human civilizations that dwell beneath the clouds. You arrive, make yourself known, and promptly announce that you will save them from evil by freeing them from their vices. How do you think they would react? They would react happily? I mean, if I knew someone was showing me the path to paradise on Earth, I would be overjoyed to walk it. But you're not a human, are you? Oh, humans do not behave like higher powers. Over millennia, I have observed how they have taken every opportunity that could have changed their ways. So allow me to tell you how they would respond. They would laugh. They do not see the harm they cause to others as wicked, as long as they benefit from it in the end. They would jeer at you and drive you out from their settlements. They do not like their new status quo to be challenged. And when they realize you are indeed a valuable resource, and not merely some foolish false prophet, they will capture you so that they could use you. They will perform experiments on you so that your mysteries are unveiled. They will learn about your abilities, your strengths, and your weaknesses. They will use you as a means to an end. They will take everything they can and leave nothing left of your mind, body, or soul. And then, not satisfied with consuming one higher power, they will use what they have learned to invade the higher realm and devour us all. Do you see why descending to them is an act of sheer foolishness? Right, I forgot. That's their name. I forgot. I think they pronounced it Nil? Or Nils, I'm not 100% sure. Humans cannot possibly be as evil as you say they are. Nil. It is natural to feel empathy for the inhabitants of a world we have overseen for millennia. But your views... no, like nil, as in like 0. Yeah, sorry. Yes, we're just gonna permit it. It's fine. But your views will no doubt change as you age. One day you will realize just how much we higher powers now stand to lose. Lamau, we permit it. It's fine. I see. Thank you. Bear in mind what I have stressed to you. Your home must always come first, young Nil. Nil nods. The tall figure disappears, dissolving into the very air like a mirage. Your home must always come first, young Nil. Idiot. There's nothing to learn from your stupid lectures. I can't take powers like you seriously. You'll just hide in the clouds and pretend nothing is happening while the world burns below. Isn't this our duty to protect and guide humankind? Every day I see more cities destroyed over the pettiest of conflicts. More massacres. More deadly weapons. I can't take this. Nobody in the realm is doing what they should be anymore. If even the eldest of elders are shying away from their sworn duties. Then a youngster will have to teach by example. And if they try to stop me, well, it's my sacred duty. Ha! Don't you agree? Magda? Shit. Uh-oh! We are being haunted! Yay! The dream stops. Before I can process everything I just witnessed, it's morning. And I'm awake once again. I rub my eyes. What was all that? Was that really just a dream? Did I have a vision? Surely I didn't eat anything funny yesterday, right? Foraging troops in the forest. Sometimes foraging troops in the forest sometimes misidentify wild species of mushrooms for the mushrooms we usually cook and eat. We typically dry and store them with all the other foods in the communal kitchen larder. Occasionally, this means that dinner ends up making a few Haven members act weird for a day or so. They see things that aren't there or dream of something so vividly that they think it actually happened in reality. But the scope of their visions never goes beyond the Haven. When this island is your world, you've got no other point of reference. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yet, my dreams took place way up in the clouds, in a place I'd never seen, much less traveled to. And no visions I've heard about had ever been about a being like the one I had seen. This being who knew about my name, somehow. What was their name again? Oh right, Nil. Last night I tried to forget that I visited them by talking with Grace and getting some good sleep. I ended up dreaming about them instead. It's like my thoughts are drawn to their presence. Somehow I want to be near them again. I felt a nagging urge to go back outside and visit them once more. Are they making me feel this way? Is this urge one of those abilities I heard about in my dream? It's too early in the day for this. Last night I promised myself that I wouldn't go back outside. I nearly got caught. I can't risk that again. Not unless I want to be the center of another assembly. And I don't want to let Lady Amaris down. Or give Cerise and Eve more reasons to... Well, if they found out what I did yesterday, they'd definitely come after me. Find some new way to make the rest of the Haven ostracize me. Maybe even beat me up behind the art sect building. I don't want to go through that. So I need to forget about this vision, or dream, or whatever it is. About this Nil person. Whether they're trying to get me to think about them or not. I have a pure mind. I have a pure heart. I can control my curiosity. Right. Now with that out of the way, let's make today a good day, shall we? Good day! Not sure. X. Concerned noises. Do do. Do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. like this. Just chilling. After getting my I hop out of bed. I dress myself and head to the bathroom near my room. There I clean my teeth, wash my face, and brush my hair. Once I'm ready for the day, I tie on my hair ribbons. I love them a lot. They're adorable and they match my uniform. Even now, when most people try to stay away from me, I still want to give a good impression and continue working well for our community. Afterwards, I make my way through the dorm hall. Since the art sect's work starts fairly late, most of the other dorm rooms are empty. Most of the other members are eating breakfast or starting work in their sects. Grace is likely working already, so I never see her when I wake up. I hope she's doing okay with that project. Grace is a night owl, so I don't think she enjoys getting up early. Once I make my way to the end of the dorm hallway, I push open the front door and walk out of the building. The cafeteria is 5 minutes away. By the time I enter it, it's still breakfast time. Thank goodness. At one of the dining stations, I pick up a bowl of rolled oats, an orange juice box, a red apple, and a spoon. Then I go outside and sit at one of the many empty benches dotted around the dining complex. There are benches inside too, but the sun's out today. It'd be a shame to miss out on such beautiful weather. With my spoon, I gather a clump of oats within my bowl and shovel them into my mouth. As I eat them, I take in my surroundings. I wonder who else is eating here this morning. They're familiar faces from the writing sect. We used to hang out with each other, exchanging tips and reading over exciting snippets of new works. Nowadays, their animated conversation grows quiet whenever I approach, and they turn away when I try to say hello. At this point, I don't really care who I sit with anymore. Eating alone has its own perks. Though, speaking of sitting with people, who else is here today? I swivel around on my seat, chewing on my oats. Let's see who's behind me. Oh god, no. I didn't think they would be here now. Great. Let's just pretend we're not here. Die! Usually Cerise and Eve eat super early. Avoiding them was partially why I started eating later in the day. No one bothers you when there's barely anyone around. But today, I didn't expect them to grab breakfast right after me. I think I'll just finish my rolled oats here. Yeah, I'll finish them up, then grab everything else and go. I can carry the apple and juice with me, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. If I'm lucky, they won't notice me. I'll just sneak right past them and slap Cerise in the face. Yeah, look at her, chatting to her friends without a care in the world. She knows what she did to me behind closed doors. Back in the writing sect, she took my old stories and shredded them so that I couldn't take them home like everyone else. She used my personal work to make me the center of an assembly and made sure that all of it was destroyed. When I didn't get taken away, she beat me so hard that I couldn't move for a week. Cerise deserves hell. She's a jealous, spoiled bitch who lashes out at me when she doesn't get her way. In fact, she deserves way more than just a slap. That two-faced... These thoughts... I've never had thoughts like these before. Oh wait, he's there too. Seems like she's really taking her time with that porridge of hers. Why don't I help her hurry up and shove her face in it? The cow always acts so high and mighty, so maybe eating like an animal will humble her. She loved rubbing in how much better Cerise's trash writing was during that assembly. I swear, he's like Cerise's lapdog. The head of the research sect at the beck and call of a lower-ranking member? How shameful. She's the reason I had No, hold on. Hold on there. Where the hell are these thoughts coming from? I hate Cerise and Eve, but I've never thought anything like this before. Oh, wait. It's a stupid question. I already know, don't I? The special abilities, that being Nils in the basement. Those thoughts are from them, aren't they? Well, wherever they're from, they're putting me at risk. The best thing I can do is resist them. No matter what Cerise and Eve did to me, I can't make room for any violent impulses. I must be good. I will be good. I am a member of the Haven. It raised and fed me because it cared for me. I must show the same kindness and care in turn. I must resist this temptation. I must be pure of heart and mind. Quickly, I piled rolled oats onto my spoon and shoveled them into my mouth. Over. And over. And over. And over. I can't focus on anything else but eating my food. I can't give room for those thoughts to come back to make me insane. I'm in no state to finish my apple and juice here. I just take them with me. I can have them on the way to work. I need to get out of here now. The sooner the better. Uh-oh! I hurry straight to the Architect's building, all while sucking down my orange juice. The big suck. The apple remains untouched, and in the end I decide to save it as a mid-morning snack. I got to the cafeteria around 8:30 a.m., so if that's the case, and it took me an hour to eat, work should be starting by now. Schlorp. The big schlorp. The big suck. Right. No more bad thoughts. Just painting. Let me take a deep breath. In and out. Yeah. There you are, Magda. Let's make the rest of the day a good one. I push the door open and walk into the studio. Everyone else is collecting their tools and going to the studio spaces. Work has definitely started. Following suit, I go to my personal shelf. I take out my watercolor pencils and sketchbook and make my way over to my studio space. Okay. Today's work. I'll continue to develop my painting project. Maria liked this thumbnail the most, so I'll draft its color scheme before I start painting the final piece. The birds on the tree look so beautiful. I can't wait to pick out their colors today. To think that a year ago I came to the art sect unsure if I'd ever loved making art. Before that, writing had been my sole, all-consuming passion. Being forced out of the writing sect was painful. Now, though, I've grown to really treasure drawing. Instead of words, I can capture my surroundings and my feelings with beautiful shapes, delicate lines, and vibrant colors. Maria was kind enough to let me into her sect, despite the stigma that lingered around me. I can only try to be better where I am. After everything she's done for me, I want to produce work that she and Lady Amaris can be proud of. I've come a long way over 1 year. But speaking of Maria, she'd normally make an effort to visit each studio by now, just to check on her progress. But today she's just sitting in a corner of a side room, staring outside an open window into the forest. I wonder why. I can't believe I nearly forgot about yesterday. Jail must be on her mind. Losing someone you cared about is never easy. Assemblies may be common, but the fallout after them is hard. I wish I could do something to put her mind at ease. Nothing's stopping me. There's no reason I can't just get up from my seat to go comfort her. I thought I was done with these stupid thoughts. At least they're not violent this time. But still. Now she needs the horny bonk! I wish they'd just leave me alone. No. Why? Why am I dismissing my feelings? I know deep down what she is to me. I've got a window of opportunity now. I should take advantage of it. I could go to her. I could wrap my arms around her gently. Give her a soft kiss on the crown of her head. Hold her warm hands, interlacing fingers together. I thought about something like this for so long. Maybe if I'm lucky. Maybe in her need for comfort, she'll let me tell her how I really feel. I don't care if relationships between pets and members are forbidden. Now the jail is gone. I want her to know that I'll be there for her. I want her to know how much she means to me. How much I owe my happiness to her. I want her to know how deeply I want her. How I loved her and my fantasies about her. Please! I can't deal with this anymore. I get up from my stool and march towards the bathroom. Man, they are not letting up. They're like, time for the horny bonk. With some force, I wrench one of the old rusty sink faucets open. The pipes gurgle below, and soon a steady stream of water rushes out from the tap. I cup my hands and put them under a gushing stream. In my palms, the cold water rises fast. Quickly, I splash the water on my face. Once, twice, 3 times. Again, again, again. I keep on splashing until all I can think about is the coolness around my soaked collar, hair, and face, and the sound of the water flowing away down the sink pipes. Right. After cooling down like this, those thoughts should leave me well alone. I'll just take a look in the mirror and see where I need to dry it. My reflection isn't my own. The golden face stares back at me, smiling serenely, fingers frozen in a beckoning curl. Nil? I squeeze my eyes shut and shake my head. When I open them, I see my own reflection once more. They really want me to remember them, huh? I can't go back outside. I don't want to get into trouble again. I really don't. But this is getting frightening. I don't know what will happen if I continue ignoring Nil's presence. They said they had mystical power, but other than this and my strange dream last night, they haven't done anything weird to me yet. Somehow, though, my gut tells me that they'll get me into serious trouble in one way or another. Maybe going back is for the best. I don't know what they're capable of. They might force me to do something terrible, or they might make me act on my impulses. Only one of these options is in my control. The other is surrounded by all sorts of uncomfortable uncertainties. I guess I have no choice. I need to go back. Tonight. I only hope I don't get caught. Well, guess who's definitely getting into trouble? This is like more or less around where I don't think the demo continued on for much longer after this, so this is gonna be new territory for me. So this is exciting. I actually don't know what she ends up doing here. The rest of the morning proceeds in a fairly standard fashion. I figured out the colors I wanted to use for the birds. They're bright and cheerful. If Maria sees them, I hope they would make her feel a little better. I didn't get any more strange thoughts either, which was a relief. Yet I feel an underlying sense of dread. I still have to follow through with my dangerous decision. I can't imagine what Nil would do to me if I bailed at the last second. Outside, here I come. I'll go get dinner afterwards. I just need to make sure that no one sees me. Or hears me. Or knows I've left in the first place. Yeah. I need to be very, very careful. But if this goes well, then I can pretend that none of this ever happened and return to my normal life. Yes, who is not returning to her normal life? You have been touched by weird angel thing. No one will suspect me. I'll continue painting with Maria. I'll continue talking with Grace. It'll be business as usual once again. I put away my project materials and leave the art sect. Last time, a forest path near the assembly building got me outside. So if I look hard enough in that area again, I should find Nils's building. I straighten my back and puff out my chest. There's no turning back now. With that, I march towards the assembly building with as much confidence as I can muster. If I can convince them to leave me alone for good, my normal life in the Haven will stay normal. Yeah, that's the plan. I will not go insane because of them. Ooh. Great! No! Oh, right. This is where it ended. I remember now. That I saw and I was like, fuck.
Oh no. This is bad. Very, very bad. I knew that something was off with Magda. I didn't think following her would lead to this. After what Magda went through. I never thought she'd break the Haven's rules again. What am I supposed to do now? I know I'm supposed to tell Lady Amaris about suspicious behavior. That's a critical Haven rule. But Magda's my... I don't want to see her get hurt again. What to do?
And I'm pretty sure this was where the demo ended. And I was like, no, you know. God damn it, Magda. See what you're doing to— I'm kidding. It's a joke! I'm sorry. It took some time for me to get there, but I'm now at the entrance of the building. I won't hesitate, bitch! I can't hesitate anymore. Better to fix this problem here and now. Any fear or indecision will only get in the way of what I need to do. Quickly, I make my way down the dark flights of stairs. As I go deeper and deeper down, I catch brief glimpses of the shelves and doors, still closed, still ever mysterious. They don't matter. Getting to the basement does. All I need to do is get into the lab, get that being to leave me alone, then get out. Simple. Finally, I reached the basement. The lab doors stand in front of me, just as imposing as they were yesterday. I take out my candlestick, my candle dish, and box of matches. I assemble the candle. I light the wick. I enter the lab. Not much has changed. The only sign of anyone else having been in this room is that the papers on the desk seem to be rearranged. The scientific equipment and tools lie strewn around as before. The wires remain tangled, carpeting the cold tile floor. The imposing machine at its heart hums in a quiet drone. And the being in the center of the room, that nil, still sits where they always were, hooked up to cables in the center of the room. I march right up to them. They still seem unconscious. Just hope getting their attention works. Or else there wasn't any point to taking this risk again. Psst. They don't move. I wonder whether they even heard me. Guess it wouldn't hurt if I tried again. Maybe I'll give them a small prod too. Psst. Still nothing from them. I really don't want to speak any louder. I'm desperately trying to avoid doing anything that could give away my presence. But if it means sorting out the problem once and for all. Psst! Hey! Finally the message seems to get through. They stir. Their head pops upwards. Their eyes open. For the first time, I meet their powerful gaze. Their eyes. They're red and shiny, glittering with light. In the warm glow of my candle flame, they remind me of winter berries. Bright, tempting, and extraordinarily deadly. They're beautiful. I can't look away. It's impossible to stop staring. Feels like I'm losing my train of thought. Losing my needs, my worries. Perhaps even the reason I'm here. Also keep basking in that stunning gaze. I'm going to... Excuse me. Their voice jolts me back to the present. What's going on again? Why am I here? Oh, my eyes. You saw them, didn't you? I briefly look up at their face again. I see their scarlet stare. Yes? I think so. I apologize. I have that effect. Oh, many can claim to have a gaze as enticing as mine. God damn it, you're such a shit. I love you. I love you already. But I'm getting the sense that you're not here to get a better look at me. Are you? Who are you anyways? Well, my name is... Hold on. Now I remember why I'm here. I can't sit around here answering Nil's pointless questions. Never mind. It's not important. I've got a few questions to... Oh, you're the kind of human who asks questions first, and makes their introductions later. You're no fun. Her eyes roll in clear boredom. For some reason, their flippant demeanor makes my skin crawl. I grimace. Look, I'd love to sit down and get to know you, but I'm not really supposed to be here. Wait. I recognize you. You're that human who visited me earlier, aren't you? What? How did they know that? If they saw me yesterday, it would have been from a distance in the dark. Well, however they did it, it's probably not worth lying to them. They probably know who I am. I mean, sure, but... Yes, you're Magda. You must have visited me because of that dream I sent you, yeah? I knew it. They sent that dream to me. Yeah, that's partially it. I saw someone like you and... So you know who I am already, yes? Huh? Yeah, your dream told me as much. Your name's Nil. Is that right? Indeed it is. But please, call me Nils. There we go. Zero, I guess. Zero, I don't know. Zero is a little formal. Fine. Alright, Nils. There we go. This reminds me of a very common Danish name, which makes me kind of laugh, but... I'm gonna quit the small talk and get to why I'm here. By all means. You came to me, so I'll lend you an ear. Okay. More like a wing, but... This morning I started having extremely weird thoughts. I felt violent, impulsive anger towards people I've been trying to avoid. I felt dangerous, unhinged desire toward people I care about. I've never had thoughts like these before. Never in all my life. Did you have anything to do with them? Why does it matter? They're terrifying, that's why. For the past year, I've been trying to behave. I'm scared that your thoughts, or whatever, will cause something bad to happen. I might act impulsively and get punished. I might try to repress them, lose control, and get punished. At worst, I might control myself in some harmful, unethical way and get punished. Wow. Wow. Basically, she's like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. No matter what I do in this situation, I'm gonna get punished. So please free me. See, Nils, I don't have the best reputation in the Haven. As if I'm walking a thin line between staying there and being forced out for good. I don't want that. Because the Haven is the only home I've ever known. You could rip it away from me in an instant. So please, if you're the one sending me these thoughts, please stop. Leave me alone. I see. I see. Magda, I understand completely. I can tell these thoughts distress you. You're scared that I'll take away your friends, your family, your loved ones. That's true. I am responsible for making those thoughts appear. And for that I apologize. But Magda, I didn't make the thoughts themselves. Those thoughts, they're very much your own. All I did was amplify your subconscious. In other words, I made the murmurs of your heart audible. Wait, they're my own? How's this supposed to make me feel better? Well, you're rather good at muffling those thoughts. Amplifying them took quite a bit of energy out of me. Not that I have much left. But if I didn't make you aware of them, you would have never returned to me. So now that I'm here, are you gonna get rid of those thoughts or not? I will. Since you risked so much to be here, I'll leave you be. Finally. Thank you. For the rest of the day. Hold on. Just for the rest of the day? But it's nearly over. Shouldn't this agreement be permanent? I can't promise that. What? I came all this way to ask you to stop bothering me. And now I'm breaking one of the most important rules here in the Haven. Now you're telling me that you might do it again? Well, think of it this way. I've just done you a favor. You remain undisturbed. You abide by whatever rules you need to follow. You live your normal life, exactly as you wanted. But in return, you need to do something for me. That's how favors work, right? So, whenever you think these disturbing thoughts, come and visit me. It'll be like a homing signal of sorts. The cry of a weak and feeble creature begging for some company. A struggling existence simply asking for one act of kindness. No. First of all, I never agreed to any of this. I've literally just met you. We are literally strangers, dude. Like, my god. My god. We're literally strangers. Like, what is going on? The dreams. The visions. The crazy thoughts and feelings. You've caused all of my problems today. There's no favor for me to begin with. Secondly, how many times do I need to repeat that I'm not supposed to be here? Why it puts me at risk? If you want company so badly, go find someone else. Alas, I don't have anyone else. The other humans who visit me are cold and cruel. It's awfully lonely. You understand what it's like to be alone, right? Your body aches all over. You have so much to say, but no one to say it to. You might as well be a crack on the wall. The pain is uniquely terrible. I find it interesting how Nils is almost like they're almost like a physical manifestation of how Magda is feeling. It's almost like, it's very interesting. Like, Magda is basically, you know, she might as well be like chained to a fucking disc somewhere. You know, that's how she feels, I think. You know this. I know you're going through a lot right now. I had to flick through your thoughts and memories to send my dream to you. Old friends no longer wanting to be seen with you. Your reputation tainting you like a disease. The bullying that people get away with. Because somehow they feel that you haven't been punished enough. Not even the people who care about you know what it's like to be you. Know what you go through every day. Know the unfairness of how you live. But Magda, I do. Like you, I know what it's like to be isolated. To be dealt an unfair hand in life. To have no one get you. You wouldn't leave someone like you to suffer, would you? Magda, I've been here for a very long time. An eternity, even. But I don't think I have much time left. Staying conscious has been a struggle. The other humans who come here, they've hurt me a lot. I've put up with that for a long time. All by myself. In this dark, dirty place. But can't go on forever, you know? So, Magda, I know we've just met. I know you have every reason to be scared, to be skeptical, to be angry at me, but I don't want to die alone. Even if you say nothing to me, I really would appreciate every visit you'd make. No one else could understand me like you do. But at the end of the day, what you choose is ultimately up to you. Sooner or later, you'll be free from my thoughts anyways. Damn, that's quite a thing to be confronted with. I'm sorry, Nils. That was mean of me. I don't know what you've been through. I guess giving you some company wouldn't hurt. I'm glad you understand. But even if I do visit you in the future, I really can't handle more of those thoughts. Please stop making me think that way. Alright. It's a deal. I'll tone them down. And I promise I won't send them at all unless I need you. You swear? Nils pauses for a second. They seem to be carefully considering their response. Yes. I promise. I don't know whether or not to believe them. But for the moment, I choose to. Good. Thanks. I just hope you don't make me visit anytime soon. I can't... I hear footsteps gradually getting louder from the other side of the room. Crap, they're coming. I gotta go, Nils. Now. I'll see you whenever you need me. Goodbye, Magda. I look forward to seeing you again. I rush toward the doors behind me. I don't know, man. See, the thing that confuses me is she doesn't meet them on the way, right? So, where are they coming from? Is there like a second entrance? I make my way up the many flights of stairs and dash out of the building. As I run through the forest and back onto the nature trails, my stomach twists with anxiety. I can't believe I let them have the upper hand there. I swore that I'd never visit them again. Now I have to see them whenever they call for me. I was hoping to end this once and for all. At least it won't last forever. I just need to be careful. Yeah. Yeah. If I'm careful, then I won't get caught. All I need to do is give Nils some company once a day, until they can't see me anymore. Then I'll get back to my normal life. Simple enough, right? I don't know. Okay, so, you know, there is, like, a lot of reading, so, I am just gonna go get some more drink. I will be back in, like, a minute or two. Hello, my dearies. I'm back with the big sip. Remember to get hydrated. Not just me. You guys too. Well, let's see what Magda gets up to. This is... oh my god. After some time, I finally returned. Welcome back. Hello! Hello, Jobara. Thank you. How are you doing? Are you doing okay, Jobara? Everything alright? After some time, I finally returned to the art sec building. Lunch has long passed, and a handful of sec members are filing in from the dining hall. Satisfied and ready to return to work. Hello, Devilini-chan! Welcome to the Dreamland! How are you doing? That's good to hear, Jobara. But food must wait. I'll have to hold until dinner. We're having troublesome gay thoughts today. I turn to my piece once again, prompting myself to start work. But no matter how many times I look at my newly made color notes, or pick and put down a pencil or paintbrush in anticipation, I can't get myself to make a single mark on paper. Doing good! I am doing good, too. I am definitely gonna, do a little salt cleanse after this, just to get my throat to calm down. Thankfully, there's no stream tomorrow, so it should be good. It's just this is a lot of reading, and I was also playing games earlier with my friend, and we were also voice acting everything like dumbasses. So I've been talking a lot today, which I'm not used to. I'm not like I don't know. I'm not. Concentration is increasingly out of the question. I've got too much on my mind as is. I look around the studio over the side of my easel. Maria still hasn't moved from her corner by the window. Her sadness is noticeable, even all the way from here. Has everyone else noticed how she's been feeling? Oh yeah, by the way, Devil Nichan, for context, we are playing a kind of spoopy visual novel named Bad Faith. It's about, totally not being in a cult. Definitely not being in a cult. Definitely not breaking the cult's rules to go see a cool angel that's really cool and pretty and, you know. Does everyone else notice how she's been feeling? Did someone reach out to her when I wasn't here? I wonder. Does anyone else feel as sad about jail as she does? Even if they don't say it. It's also kind of gay. Or can't say it? The urge to walk over to comfort her strikes again. And as soon as the feeling presents itself, I'm immediately reminded of this morning. Where I just came from today. What I just roped myself into some hour or two ago. The presence of Nils dominates my thoughts. I visited them not once, but twice. On the second, I came in hoping I'd stop the insanity they put me through over the past 2 days. I came out promising I'd see them again. Why the hell did I do that? I felt badly at the time, and it would be nice to talk openly with someone who seems to get me. But now that I think about it, I'm just screwing myself over again. If I had only gone to that outside building once, I could have easily made some silly excuse to anyone who found out I was there. Whoops! I accidentally found this weird building while scouting out some foraging sites for the kitchen. I looked around the place, but couldn't find any bushes of berries in season. Gee, I sure am adult! Well, I wanted to find references to sketch for the painting I was doing for an old writing sect fable collection, and then I ended up in that place. Sorry. I saw the structure in the distance in one of my nature walks. My curiosity got the better of me this time, but I won't do it again, I promise. I'm okay with using my toothbrush to clean the dorm toilets for the next 2 weeks. Obviously, I would have been punished regardless of the excuse, but I went to that building twice, with just under a day's time between each visit. That alone would make my punishment more severe. But if someone knew I went inside and explored it, there'd definitely be another apologia assembly about me. I can't go through that again. Even if Nils is dying, even if they are alone and in pain in a dark, gloomy lab, I still don't want to see them. My mind's a mess. Maybe my hunger's getting to me more than I anticipated. Yeah, that's it. I'll just try and get some more work done, and then I'll eat a filling dinner. Maybe my thoughts will be clearer by then. Oh, I know those hangry thoughts. It's just like hungry brain go, you know. In the end, I didn't get much done. My tree of paradise remained a sketch on the paper, filled with neither life nor color. Afterwards, I left the sect building to go to the dining hall for dinner. There, I took a small slice of shepherd's pie, cushioned against a dollop of mashed potatoes and some peas. All of it was filling, but bland. Dessert was fruit cups and scones with jam. The roll cakes promised on the weekly menu had already run out. How disappointing. Can't relate, I rarely get hungry. Hello, Arson! Welcome to the Dreamland! How are you doing? How are you doing today? Once I ate my subpar dinner, I went back home. Ugh, I wasn't expecting today to be as long as it was. And the food didn't help one bit. I am doing good! I'm really enjoying this game a lot. My thoughts still haven't cleared up. My head hurts so much from all the stress. I think I'll just rest a bit. I lie down on my bed, flat on my belly, and mash my face into my pillow. Yeah, that's a little better. It's nice and cool. If I just focus on my breathing, maybe I can relax and collect myself. I'll just lie here and take it. A knock at the door. It clicks and creaks open. Any possibility of an early sleep goes out the window. But talking to Grace might help too. Grace makes her way into the room. I pick my head up off my pillow and give her a little wave. With tired eyes, she looks at me. She doesn't wave back. Long day? Grace hums and nods. Yeah, me too. It's clear that all her energy's been sapped. The architecture sects kept her up again. I know you're probably not in the mood to chat. Grace doesn't seem very responsive. Wow, they must have been really harsh on her today. I guess I'll let her know that I see how hard she works on the daily. Maybe it'll cheer her up, having someone appreciate her efforts. So, Grace, I've noticed something about you recently. I'll just speak my mind, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if I told you this before, but, your work ethic for your sect tasks is incredible. I'm impressed. I don't think I could ever do as much as you do.
Yeah, but I don't have much free time, though. I can't chat with friends. I can't read any of those novels collecting dust on my bookcase. Even my meals don't last longer than half an hour. It's just one project after another with these new developments.
I can't even imagine. But once you're done with all this, I think you should ask for a break from work. I really do. Like, whoever's running your sect, whether it's your head, the head team, or even Lady Amaris, just figure out how you can get them to give you a break. You need it.
You say that like it's easy.
But you get the idea, right? That you need to take some time for yourself once the hard work is over with? Well, regardless of whether they give you it or not, I think you deserve something special. When you're done with the worst of your projects, I'll treat you. I'll get you some sweets from the tuck shop nearby the dining hall. Cherry gummies. Candy-coated chocolate drops. Those nonpareils or whatever they're called again. Sour belts in every flavor and color. You name it, I'll get it for you. I know the shopkeepers don't like me very much, but if I'm paying for your snacks, they can't complain. They know how hard you work. So, does that sound good? Grace nods slowly, almost imperceptibly. I can't tell if she's really listening to me.
Mm-hmm. That's nice, Magda.
Yeah, she's listening. She's definitely listening. I'm convinced she is. So that's the plan. When Grace is all done with work, she'll let me know what she's craving and I'll go there and get her all those things. Yeah. Talking to her puts me at ease. Grace is such a good friend to me. She's gentle and kind. She's smart and helpful. And she really saved me last year when I thought I was gone for good. I just feel so sad about thinking about the dilemma that Grace is going through right now. But I mean, everything. Oh my god, this is gonna be. I'm not. I'm terrified of where this is going. So if I'm caught trying to visit Nils. Why didn't I realize this earlier? Grace could help me out again. All this time, I had a really good friend by my side. Someone who knows what I'm dealing with. At least to some extent. Someone I care about a lot. Someone who cares for me. If I'm careful, then I may get out of this situation alright. Yeah. I'll just play my cards right and everything will be fine. I'll give Nils the company they want, and then, after all's said and done, I'll return to my normal life in the Haven. My future suddenly seems a little brighter. In a burst of newfound confidence, I jump up from the bed. Surprised, Grace steps back a bit. Hey, Grace? Wanna go get cleaned up together? Beat the evening rush? Grace shakes her head.
I think I'll do it a little later. You know, exhausting day and all.
Right. Sorry about that. But hey, no sweat. I'll be back soon, okay?
Okay.
Oh god. I take my pajamas and start to make my way out of the room. As my hand claps the doorknob ready to turn, I feel a tug against the hem of my skirts. I turn around. Grace's hand is clasped to the fabric, stopping me in my tracks.
Wait, Magda.
Yeah, what's up?
If I'm not in the room by the time you come back, please don't worry. I promised another friend that I'd meet her tonight. You know, outside of the dorms. I need to ask her for help with something. So please don't worry about waiting for me this evening. You can head straight to bed. I'll clean up and get to sleep later.
Gotcha. In that case, have a good night, Grace.
Yeah.
She's definitely gonna tell on us.
You too.
With that, I walk out of the room, making sure to close the door behind me before I go. I don't know. That definitely made it seem like she decided to tell on us. Right. I need to get going. She should be here any minute. Okay, is this Grace?
Yeah. If I recall correctly, we were going to meet... Psst. Grace. I'm over here. Okay. I'll be there in a moment. It's been a while since we've talked together, Grace. Same to you, Cerise. It sure has been a while.
That's your project. You look super tired. I swear, if I get a close enough look at you, I'll see your eyes big enough to...
Cerise, please.
Sorry. Old habit. But seriously, why are you spending so many hours in the architectural sect? I've never seen anyone here work like you do. You know you're allowed to take breaks, right? Hell, even Eve takes times off. And she's like the textbook definition of hardworking. A try-hard, if you will.
I know. I've seen her work for the research sect. Her output is truly incredible. I wish I could be like her someday.
Look, Grace, I know why you're working so hard. You want to prove to Lady Amaris that you're worthy of being the next head of the architectural sect. And you've got the drive and the diligence for that kind of responsibility. But if you want to prove that you can sustain the effort, you should pace yourself. Frankly, you need to. If you don't, well, you'll burn out like crazy. I've seen it happen to other writing sect members. It's seriously tragic. They can't write for weeks on end. So, bottom line, don't do that to yourself, okay?
Okay. I get it. I'll try to stop work a little earlier in the future.
If it helps, though, I'm getting Eve to put in a word for you at the next sect head meet. Sounds good?
You're very kind, Cerise. I really appreciate it. If you do end up doing that, please tell Eve I said thank you, too. I don't want her to think I forgot about her, either.
No problem. I'm always happy to help a friend.
Can I talk about why I asked to meet you, though?
Sure, shoot.
How do I put this? It's, well, about...
Oh, I know that look on your face. It's about Magda, huh? Yeah, I knew it. What's going on with her? How should I say this? How should I bring up the subject? I like Magda. Cerise hates her. Cerise has always borne a grudge against her, even before Magda's assembly happened. Cerise will almost certainly tell Eve everything I tell her now. If I speak, Magda will get in trouble again. I don't want her to be in trouble more than she has to be. Not after everything she's been through. Everything she's still going through. But at the same time, I saw Magda go outside. That curiosity of hers. It's hurt her once before. Those dangerous stories she penned when she was still in the writing sect came from it. I'm scared it's gonna hurt her again. That she hasn't learned to rein it in like she was supposed to. That she might even go insane. Ooh, that does not sound good. Ooh. I defended Magda from her assembly because I believed that she could protect herself from these impulses. And because I believed in her goodness as my dear friend. Would I really still be a good friend if I don't stop Magda from going insane? So, I'll just I'll just tell Cerise part of the story and see where things go. I guess that's my best option right now.
Please don't get too angry at Magda for what I'm about to tell you. For my sake.
You know how I feel about her, Grace. But fine. I'll hold back for you.
Thank you, Cerise. I appreciate it.
Does she know about the violin incident? I don't think Grace knows. I don't think she actually knows what Cerise is capable of. Which is scary.
I'm worried about Magda. This morning I went on a walk to assess the older nature trails that the architecture sect had built some time ago. Whilst I was checking the path signage near the assembly building, I caught a glimpse of her on a walk. Out of curiosity, I decided to follow her, just to check in on what she was doing. Following one of the trails, she went into the woods. Then, she went off trail. Cerise, she went outside. And the thing is, I don't think she went there accidentally. She didn't seem to be wandering or meandering. She looks like she knew what she was doing. And, because of that, I'm scared that Magda will end up like the people outside the Haven. You know, she'll go insane.
So, why are you telling me this?
Because I can't tell Magda that I saw her out there. If I told her, she'd never trust me again. I'd never be able to help her anymore. And I'd never be able to forgive myself. I had to tell someone else, to get this off my chest. And, as her friend, I want to guide her back on the right path before it's too late.
Sorry, Grace. I can't hold my tongue anymore. It's already too late for her. I had a hunch that bitch would cause trouble again.
Cerise.
Listen, Grace. You know pardoning Magda in an assembly was a huge risk, right? No one in the Haven had ever done that before. Lydia Morris and most of the sect heads took a chance on her talent, and on the good things she's had to say about her. That small mercy on their part was what spared her from going away for good. Of course, I was fully against it. Eve, too. We both recognized Magda had a dangerous element in her. One that threatened the Haven with its mere presence. So I'm just completely unsurprised. Sooner or later, she'll make someone else go insane. I know she will.
Oh, Magda would never.
You know why the assemblies are zero tolerance? Why people like Jail can't come back even if we want them to? It's not just to set an example. It's to protect us. Once someone tastes a drop of insanity, they'll do everything in their power to get more. They always do. They get worse and worse, ever more ravenous, ever more depraved. No matter how many times we try to beat it out of them. And you know, most of the Haven's members could easily go insane. Whether they say it or not, they can't control their vices.
Holy crap. By the way, can I just appreciate the fact that she's like, oh yeah, violent impulses are so horrible, but also I beat people up. Okay. So, beating people up, if it's for, like, discipline, that's okay. That's daiju.
Violence, lust, greed. You name it, they're probably holding some insane vice in secret.
Yeah, and yours is violence, girl.
Magda's a walking flame for their kindling. If she goes insane, most of the Haven will go insane with her.
It's quite common in religions, actually. It's common, but yep, I know. That's the funny part.
Except us. People like me, you, Eve, and Lydia Morris. We're exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, you totally are, Cerise. Uh-huh.
We've got good track records.
Uh-huh.
We're really pure of mind and heart, but also very violent and calling people bitches. Like a normal person would.
Beating people up is okay hand. Exactly.
And that's why we need to keep an eye on her.
I understand.
I expected this from Cerise. I guess not telling her everything I saw was a good idea. I understand why she feels this way. I really do. I care about the Haven as much as she does. But, to be honest, I think some of her hatred of Magda stems from pure jealousy. Back when Magda was in the writing sect, Cerise was always one step behind her as a writer. She envied all the praise her work received and was always looking for ways to get an edge over her. So when she found Magda's private stories a year ago, well, it was perfect evidence for her needs. What she did with it was obvious. I don't want to go back to that stressful time.
Grace. I don't...
Cerise?
Huh? Cerise's voice is starting to shake. Her eyes are watering, her lip is quivering, and her cheeks are turning bright red.
It's okay, Cerise. It's okay. I... I'm terrified, Grace. I'm terrified of what might happen to the Haven. To me. To Eve. To you. I don't want Magda to do anything to you. I want what's best for you. You know that, right? So you understand why I feel this way about Magda, right? Because I don't want you to end up like Jail did. So many people have gone insane already. Good, talented people. I don't want to lose you. I can't lose someone I care about. I know. I know, Cerise. I hear you. Loud and clear. But, I'll try my best to sort it out as soon as I can. On my own. I just needed someone to listen to me. To help me get it off my mind. Fine. But if Magda gets up to any other business, give me a shout, okay? You don't have to do this alone. I'm always willing to help.
By beating the shit out of her, like a normal person would.
I know, and I will if I need anything. So, we good, yeah? Everything's okay. I'll see you around then. I actually have to head back to bed anyways. I got a big writing project I need to break the bag off and... No worries. I'm in the same boat as you. It turns out the trails I inspected do need to be re-cleared and reconstructed after all. Right. I nearly forgot I was talking to your ear off about taking a break just a few minutes ago. Well, take care now. Night, Grace. Good night, Cerise.
My stomach's twisted into a tight knot of anxiety. I feel sick to my core. Talking didn't make me feel better at all. In fact, now I think I feel a whole lot worse. It's morning again. My sleep was a dreamless one. Totally unmemorable. I guess Nils kept their promise of bugging me less. Honestly, I'm relieved. Today's just gonna be another normal day. I push myself out of my bed and stretch my arms. Time to start my morning routine. I head over to the bathrooms. I wash my face and brush my teeth. I get changed in one of the cubicles. I tie my hair ribbons in once again. And then, to breakfast. Hopefully there'll be something good today. I'm crossing my fingers for something savory. Buttered waffles, cheese-filled pancakes, omelets bursting with roasted vegetables. I finally reached the dining hall and walk up to check out the morning menu posted outside the meal bulletin. Aw, it's just scrambled eggs and French toast today. Good for the people who like French toast, but I guess the eggs with some salt and pepper will do for now. I put an apple and a juice box on my tray too. Guess it'll be yet another average breakfast. Jip, 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 jip. Once I finish my meal and put my cutlery and plates away for cleaning, I make my way over to the Art Sect's building. I think concentrating on my painting will be a lot easier than it has been these past few days. I can't wait to finally make some real progress. I hope Maria's feeling a little better. Maybe my work will bring a little cheer to her too. Now, what should I do today? I could decide on what pattern should be around the border, or add new details to the sketch, or even get started on the base flats, or oh, nice. Huh? Ugh. Eve's right in front of the Art Sect's building. She's looking around as though she's searching for something. Or someone. I guess I'll take the long way around to the back exit. I really don't want to have to deal with her today if I don't have to. But what's she even doing here? As ahead, Eve is constantly at work. When she's not grappling with the research sect project, she's managing her sect team, assessing problems brought to her attention, and carrying out the social responsibilities of her position. Dealing with Cerise has always been a bigger problem for me than dealing with Eve. Yet for someone so busy, she sure is far away from her own sect. Knowing her coming all the way out to the art sect wouldn't even be at the top of her list of priorities on a regular day. Unless... Oh no. Oh no. She turns her head. Her gaze snaps onto me. I'm in trouble again, aren't I?
Magda, can I speak to you privately?
Eve's direct question confirms the suspicions of my rapidly growing dread. There's no way I can escape this confrontation. I can't even ignore her. It's not allowed. Eve's a sect head. I grab my skirts to steady myself. There's almost no question that I'll get distressed by whatever she has to say. I'll just focus it all on the fabric in my fists. Concentrating on something else will help me take the sting out of this conversation.
Okay. Come aside. This won't take long, I assure you.
Eve gestures to a large tree close to the back of the Artsex building. I grip my skirts even tighter as I follow. Every few paces, she turns her head back to check that I'm still there. That I haven't run off. We both reach the tree, and Eve turns to face me again.
Magda, please stand there.
She gestures to a spot in front of the tree, a patch of grass enclosed within its old, large roots. The choice of spot appears intentional on her part. The roots surrounding it are large, and would easily slow any attempt I might make to dash away from here. I move to the spot she indicates.
Put your back to the tree trunk.
I step until my spine is flush with the rough bark behind me. And when I next speak, I expect me to give you to give me full eye contact. You will listen to every word I say. My eyes focus on hers. I nod again. Beyond the standard consequences of disobeying a sect head, disobeying Eve came with its own unique punishments. Once I was assigned to give Eve a monthly report from the art sect. When she addressed me, she asked me to give her eye contact. Out of fear, I forgot. But for Eve, the slight failure to follow instructions warranted retaliation. She made me clean the research sect floors for a week. Eve's eyes narrow. 2 little black drops of ink fixed in her sockets.
I know you're up to something, Magda.
What are you talking about?
What exactly
am I up to? I don't understand. Don't act coy around me. You've been breaking the Haven's rules again, haven't you? The things I've heard about you recently. The things I've just learned. Trespassing on forbidden territory. Entering forbidden buildings. Investigating forbidden subjects. Are only some of the things I've heard people say you're now involved in. Really, Magda. I never expected much from you. But this is obscene. How does Eve know about my trips outside? I can't let her know she's caught me. She'll really rub it in if she's proven right. The community has been watching you. A lot more than you think. And it seems their fears about you not straightening yourself out were confirmed. On several fronts. Eve draws a little closer. Her voice drops to a whisper. You know, I never thought you deserved that second chance. She says this as though her hating my guts would be a new sudden revelation to me. Not after all the disgusting things you wrote in secret. From one look, I knew that was the brainchild of someone fundamentally dangerous. A capital T threat. And now you're at it again. Doing things you just shouldn't be doing. Honestly, it's a miracle you didn't screw up for over a year. Anyways, we know you've been acting out of line. We're watching you closely, and we will be taking note of your actions. I won't let any more disgraces befall Lady Amaris because of you. Eve, what's all this? Since last year, I've been on my best behavior. I've only made little slip-ups like everyone else does. I don't want to be a disgrace to Lady Amaris. Lead to Cerise, then. She was the one who told me about you this morning. Of course she fucking did. Ugh. Of course Cerise was part of all this. Of course. But there's no way she would be spying on me. No way at all. Everyone knows she's working on a massive novel right now. She doesn't have the time to monitor me all day. So someone else had to tell Cerise about me. Someone else might have known what I've been doing. But if that was the case, then who told Cerise? A friend of hers. That's all. I trust what I've heard, though. Cerise carefully considers her sources of information before talking to me, and knowing you of what you've always been like, I believed every word of that girl's judgment. Anyways, I'm expected to return to the research sect soon. Plenty of more important things for me to do. I'll put on hold just to manage a liability to this community. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you stupid cow. You're the stuck-up bitch, aren't you? Always trying to find one way or another to look better than me. Is being ahead not enough for your massive ego? Maybe you'd feel better if I squeezed it all out of you. Just choked you right here, right now. It's oh so simple. All I have to do is bring both of my hands to your pasty neck and crush it between... Hello? Magda? I'm snapped out of it. Eve is looking at me with visible exasperation, like she's talking to a moron. My hands are bunched locked-tight in my skirts. My palms are slippery with sweat. Are you even listening to me? You broke eye contact? Forget it. As always, it's one ear and out the other with you. I'll be going. I expect to be hear about your punishment soon. Punishment? Why would she punish me based on hearsay from Cerise? Even if Eve hates me, and even if the rumors were true. I put a lid on the swirl of panicked speculation beginning to swirl in my mind. I mean, it's very obvious. It's very obvious that it has to be Amaris and them that are like, they're like involved with Nils, right? So my assumption based on that would then be that, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they told, like, even them about it. I don't think Nils told. Like, Eve, clearly done with her task, turns to walk away. Oh, thank goodness. She's finally leaving. I'll just take this stick. No. I'll take the hardest, knottiest branch of this tree. I'll follow her from behind, and I'll thrash her hard with it. Beat her and whip her until strips of her flesh come flying off. Rip the skin off of her if I have to. Heal her body like crimson fruits to bear its entrails. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. Not this again. Nils, if you hear me, if you can hear my thoughts, I'm in deep trouble, so please don't do this to me. My breathing becomes shallow. The bad thoughts bubble out. Everything gets ever larger, ever worse, and ever more impossible to overcome. In a swirl of intensifying anxious nausea, I try to ground myself. Magda, you know what to do. Push the bad thoughts back. Push them back. Notice your breathing, Magda. Look, you're hyperventilating right now. You can fix this, remember? Remember how you calm yourself down? Breathe in and out. And in and out. And in and out. And in and out. In and out. Wow, this one goes on. Should I just like boop 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 boop. Doop 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 doop. In and out, in and out, in and out. Are we breathing, everybody? Eve is long gone by the time I breathe evens. She's already back at her sect, isn't she? My anxiety's rushing back. My head's spinning. My hands ache from being squeezed so tight for so long. My legs are shaking violently. I think back to what Eve said, that a punishment is waiting for me. My neck's truly on the chopping block now, and at any moment Eva Cerise could drop the blade on my neck. And that other person who told Cerise, who exactly were they? Yesterday I was in a deep part of the woods. The permitted walking trails near there are old and haven't been cleared in a while. Nobody really picks that area as their first choice for enjoying the haven's natural beauty. Maybe everything Eve just said was pure coincidence. Cerise and Eve both hate me. They hate that I've stuck around for this long. I'm sure they've come up with some elaborate plot to try to get me taken away. Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore. If Eve's suspicions are taken seriously by the others, I don't know how I'll be punished. I don't want to be in another assembly. If that happened, I don't know what I'd do. Well, at this point, I guess everything's out of my control right now. There's nothing more I can do about this. I'll just brush up my dress and head to work. Damn. After taking a little time outside to collect myself, I head to the art sect building and make my way to the main studio. As usual, the studio is quietly humming with activity. Washing glasses clinking, drawers filled with paper and canvas being opened and shut, and the muttering of peers critiquing one another's drafts filled the air. Apparently, everyone else's day was going completely normally. I take a deep breath to situate myself again. Focus on what you can control, Magda. Just focus on the present. Right. Let's start painting. My tools are where I've always put them. My drafts are where I left them. I'll just go over to my spot and then... Yeah. Just another day of work. Just business as usual. I set up everything in my spot. But once again, it's just like yesterday. I can't focus on my piece at all. Eve won't leave my mind. I try to start a wash of green watercolor for the leaves of the tree. The section that needs coloring is large and simple, taking up most of the sketch I made earlier. I put brush to paper and begin slowly and evenly blocking in the paint. Expect to hear about your punishment soon. My brush stops. The even light green of the paint is pressed deep into the paper. A near black dot of color forms underneath the brush tip. The painting is ruined. I'll have to start again. Clearly, worrying about Eve is interfering with my own work. I need to clear my head. I need to preoccupy myself with something that doesn't leave my mind open to my own thoughts. Looking around the studio might help a little. Looking at other people's projects from afar. Taking in the sights and smells of art being made. Or listening in on the idle chatter of my art sec peers might preoccupy me. Maybe that'll be the trick to get Eve out of my head. We are in deep shit now, guys. Oh, God. The anxiety! I walk around peering in the various studios of the art sect. Oh, she's gonna be so... One team is planning a new mural for the dining hall, themed on the community's responsibility for its own members. Two other girls are building puppets for a theater adaptation of one of Cerise's popular short stories. A fairy tale with her stylistic hallmarks of slapstick humor and a simple lesson at the end. Yep. Yet another team is designing simple and elegant path signage for the architecture sect's ongoing trail project. They're all too preoccupied to notice and chase me back to my workspace. I welcome the momentary invisibility. But soon I grow bored watching them and start retreating into my mind once again. I need to find something else to focus on and fast. I turn around and make my way down a corridor to look for another studio to observe. Perhaps the pottery team's working on the decorated tea set for Lydia Morris's upcoming birthday. As I walk, I briefly catch sight of a familiar veil and dress in another room. Is that? I stop in front of the doorway. She's standing in one of the illustration studios, talking with a few other artists. Yes, it is. It's Maria. She's back. She's really back. Within the room, Maria gently points at a section of one girl's sketch. It looks like she's fixing the drawing's perspective issues. I'm glad to see her back to work as her usual self. But I don't think she'd be very happy if I interrupted her. Instead, I remain outside and observe. Entranced. I'll just wait until she finishes up here. After some time, the girl's problem is solved. Maria turns to leave, followed by a storm of praise and thanks from the illustration team. As I watch her walk out of the room, it dawns on me that another source of guidance exists. Maria might be able to help me too. Yes, that might be what I really need to do to help ground myself. I might ask her to listen as I get these feelings off my chest. Maria makes her way down the corridor, her back turned in my direction. She didn't notice me outside the room, waiting. No offense on my part, though. She's almost certainly preoccupied with checking in on the many studios under her care. All I need to do is to head up to her and say hello. I'll get her attention. Maria?
Oh, hello, Magda. Saw you wandering around the studio earlier today. Do you need anything right now?
Though her characteristic concern for others is there in her voice, her cheer is only mild. Maybe I misread how she felt. I guess jail's still on her mind. If that's the case, perhaps I shouldn't ask her for help. She's already got enough on her plate. Maybe I'll just end this conversation, head back to my studio, and... Wait! No. If I don't ask her for help, I'll be fighting my thoughts for the rest of the day, and I won't get anything done on my project. Again. Just ask, Magda. Relax. You know Maria loves to help you. Maria's someone you can rely on. Can I speak to you privately? Maria looks at me with mild questioning in her eyes. She folds her arms together. Is this to do with your project or something else? Something else. But it's making it harder to do work in general. So I guess it's impacting the project too. Is it okay if we use one of the private studios? I promise I won't speak loudly. Okay. We'll go there and I'll lend you an ear. Maybe she's already been informed. She's one of the heads, right? With that, I head toward the back of the corridor. Well, there are a few more small studios designed for individual artists with personal projects. None of the ArtSec members have elected to work on their own this season, so they currently remain empty and unused. When I turn around, I notice Maria trailing a few paces behind me. Her expression is unreadable. My stomach gives a slow, small twist. I still wonder if this is a good idea. Well, there's no going back now. Oh my god! I enter one of the studios and sit down on a work stool. Maria stops in front of me, in the center of the doorway. She stares down at the floor. Alright, let's talk. Well, what should I say to her about Eve? Eve is a sect head. Eve is scary. Please sip me. Maria definitely knows her. At least as a professional peer. But what if he's not just a peer to Maria? What if Eve's also Maria's friend? Damn. I didn't consider that before talking to her. It's no secret I hate Eve. But talking ill about a person who could be someone Maria cares about? That might make this conversation go pear-shaped. Even if Maria is kind. Even if she is forgiving. She's still ahead. She'd probably get suspicious if I told her what Eve said about me. My thoughts are getting all scrambled with anxiety again. Damn it, just say something. Anything. Look, she's already looking impatient. Spit it out already. So, someone, threatened me before I got here. Eve. Eve was threatening me. She scared me a lot. What she said to me is distracting me from work right now. I can't stop thinking about it. Eve again, huh? Mm-hmm. What exactly did she say? She threatened me with punishment. Because of something I did. Something I did a few days ago. It wasn't anything serious, but I'm scared that she's planning something bad for me. And, this isn't the first time that Eve's done something like this. Ever since I got out of that assembly, Eve's treated me this way. Always. Looking to punish me for every little slip. Using harsher and longer punishments than everybody else. Maybe even planning things. Things like the placement of my dorm room. To isolate me from everyone else. After all, she is in charge of room assignments. It's almost like she thinks I should have never been allowed to stay. Like, she wants my life here to be as miserable as possible. Not because I didn't leave that day. Maria, I'm terrified of what might happen next. What they're gonna do to me. What should I do? All the things bothering me are finally out in the open. Maria pauses for a moment. She crosses her arms in thought. I look to see if there's any sign of anger on her face or any drop of annoyance. Maybe she does understand after all. Maybe I was wrong to judge her too soon. I feel warm and safe already. Yeah, Maria will always be there for me. I sit in the comfortable silence of her presence. For a brief moment, I imagine her wrapping her soft arms around me in a deep hug. Her hands slowly stroking my hair and soothing pets, or whispering gentle things into my ear to calm me. Maria's eyes open. I snap out of the daydream. She's about to say something helpful, I just know it. I give her my full attention. I ready myself to listen to what she has to say.
Magda,
Yes?
have you just tried ignoring Eve? Or Cerise, for that matter?
Huh? Just ignore Eve? That's not the answer I was expecting. Wait, didn't she say she couldn't do that?
What do you mean?
Maria gives me a tired sigh. She crosses her arms in frustration and closes her eyes.
Look, Magda, ever since you came to the art sect, you've talked about your problems with them non-stop. It's always Eve. It's always Cerise. It's always Eve and Cerise. At this point, my advice is to ignore them. Stay out of their way if you can.
In my whirlwind of anxiety, I forgot. My stories were far from new to Maria. She already knows about Eve and Cerise.
If you pay them no mind and just focus on your work here, then they'll leave you alone. They won't find any reason to give you trouble, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. They might even come to respect you for your efforts.
But Maria, I've tried to focus on my work. I want to work hard every day I come to the art sect. But I can't focus because of them. The things they say and do to me constantly throw me off. And even when I do get something done, they always find new ways to...
Magda, you're aware I've just lost one of my closest friends, right? That I'm constantly fighting my grief to keep on top of my responsibilities? I might not seem as out of it as I did over the last few days, but my pain hasn't magically disappeared. Right now, the last thing I want to hear is you complaining about the same two people. Even if one of them is a sect head. Even if they really are hurting you. Even if it is tough for you. Over this past year, I've told you to avoid them. To stay out of trouble. To come here to the art sect if you need something to do. I've tried to support you through your highs and lows whenever possible. But even so, you still antagonize them. So, Magda, I can't break your habits for you anymore. I need to draw a line somewhere. Please don't raise this issue again. Even when I do recover. Even when I do return to a positive mental space. Even when I'm long past all of this. If you complain about this again, I will ignore you. Be self-sufficient for once.
Damn. Damn! Talk about salt in an open wound. Holy crap. When I hear her, my entire body goes cold. Yeah. Like, that was like a... I mean, I guess you could say that she was sort of... Like, it was sort of like an unhealthy idolization that she was dealing with. Like, I don't know if I'd call that a crush. Or, like, she was maybe, like, a little bit too... Like, she was... I feel like she's a little bit too indebted to Maria for that to be in any way healthy. When I hear her, my entire body goes cold. No. I'm wrong. I'm just hearing things. My mind's just making this up. Yeah, I'm under a lot of stress right now. There's no way she'd actually say something that cold to me, right? But when I look at Maria, her face matches the tone of everything coming out of her mouth. Her expression is stern. She's staring right through me. That aura of warmth and comfort she exerted is instantly destroyed. All I can do is apologize. Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. I reply with a voice barely above a whisper. A choked little sound. I try to fight back tears. Maria says nothing back. She sighs and simply walks off into the corridor, off to return to work. And I'm alone again, sitting on a stool, in a back-end room, on the edge of breaking into sobs. At this point, all I can do is go back to my studio, back to my peace. I really should follow Maria's advice. I need to get back to work and just ignore all this. But I can't move. I don't have the energy to get up. I'm not sure whether I even want to go back to my spot. All I can do is imagine staring at Maria, working hard from far away. Stare at her guiding other members, smiling at them, laughing with them, giving them kind words of advice. Avoiding me, pretending I'm not there. This entire time, I've been a burden on her. I never helped her with her own problems. Only whined about mine so that she could tell me everything would be okay. Even if I did try to avoid the people hurting me already. Even if I did try to work hard every day. Even if her kind advice didn't change my circumstances. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't want to be around me anymore. I want to puke. I hurt someone I cared about. I hurt someone I loved. I'm disgusting. No. No, wait. 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 Wait a minute. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe Maria's just in a bad mental space right now. Everyone's had those before. We've all said things we've later regretted. She wouldn't really stop helping a member of her sect forever, right? Yeah. She wouldn't do that. Would she? I'm silly for thinking that she'd be back to normal over just a couple of days. Right now Maria's grieving for jail. Like she was yesterday. And she'll probably be like this for, well, I don't know how long. You can't rush the sadness away. But sooner or later the pain will go away, right? Yeah, so if I think about it that way, Maria doesn't really hate me, right? She's just tired. She just needs some space. I understand. All I can do is respect her wishes. I'll do my best to follow her advice again. I won't talk about my problems anymore. I'll try to keep to myself. Stay out of everyone's way. I'm just saving intermittently, like, I'll put my nose to the grindstone and work on my painting. Redo that draft. I screwed up. Keep out of trouble's way. Keep on trying to find the silver linings in all this. And if I work hard enough at being good, maybe Maria will notice. Yeah, just in case shit hits the fan, I'm waiting. Maybe she'll come back. Maybe she'll talk to me again, praise me again, make things go back to normal. Yeah, normal. I'm just wondering when there's gonna be like a Nils throwdown. Anyway, I couldn't get any more work done. My brush and pencils lay untouched. I just stared at Maria, at the room, then at my easel. It's now evening. I'll probably go and eat now. I get up and leave for the dining hall. Today the hall's pretty crowded. The dinner line's starting to wind outside the building. I stand by Joe Barra each time I hear Nils. I do not. Oh my god. Nils. The dinner's starting. Okay. I guess it's about 6 p.m. That's typically when the dinner crowd peaks. Being surrounded by lots of people is painful. The noise of amiable conversation and chat and clattering cutlery gives me a headache. I got no right to complain though. Everyone else is enjoying themselves. I'll just grab my dinner, sit down, and suck it up. My mind is just corrupted, nothing you can do about it, haha, I get it. Tonight, fish is on the menu. I take a lightly seasoned cod fillet, accompanied by a side of seasoned green beans. Dessert's rice pudding with jam. I hate the taste, so I ignore it entirely. All in all, tonight's food is standard haven fare. A savory and healthy meal. Nothing worth complaining about. Within half an hour, I clean my plate. I don't leave a single crumb behind. Didn't even notice it, but I was really hungry tonight. Usually, I'd always have leftovers to toss out, which got me a look from the girls on catering duty. At least I didn't have to deal with that on top of everything else today. Thanks, stress. Stress eating! Yay! Woo! Don't we all know? I take my tray up to the washing rack to be collected by other Haven members assigned to kitchen rotation this week. Whoever's washing my dishes tonight. At least you're gonna have an easier job than usual. Woo! Stress eating the mood! With no reason to expect that I could restart my peace in my present state, I see no point in returning to the art sect. Instead, I head home to the dorms. Oh my god. I can just feel like her, like, like, if Grace tells her that she was the one to tell Cerise, like, she is gonna be so sad. And I'm just, like, not looking forward to that. By the time I reach my dorm building, the sun's setting. The little lights leading along the dorm path glow gently in the dark. The building's decorative candles nestle in the window frames, look warm and inviting. I make my way inside my dorm. Expect that's what will break her. Yeah, exactly. In the common room, I see the same two girls from a couple of nights ago. They're nestled on a different couch, knee-deep in another bout of gossip. When the door closes behind me, the chatter stops. Their heads turn. Their eyes look on to me. Both of them are staring. As I move past them, the conversation picks back up. A frantic exchange of whispers, interspersed with glances that follow me around the room. Whatever. I know they're talking about me. I don't want to know what they're saying. I slowly move my way towards my room at the end of the hall. Even walking is tiring at this point. At long last, I reach my door, room 108. With some force, I push it open. Yeah, exactly. Like this is. Oh my god, I'm not. Inside my room, my legs give way. I fall chest first onto my bed. My body sinks into the sheets. Although my muscles ache, my mind is totally and utterly burnt out. My eyes sting. Today was exhausting. First Eve, I shudder. And then Maria. No. I said what I said. I have no right to be upset with her. Maria's still grieving over jail. She had every right to act that way towards me. Every right to not want to deal with me anymore. Who am I kidding? It still hurts. Badly. I can tolerate Eve's bullshit. At this point I expected. She hated me from the start. But Maria? Maria too? I'm being selfish again. I don't have the right to feel angry at her. To expect the response I wanted from her. I threw my pain on her without noticing her own suffering. And yet, even still, I'm upset because of her. For not understanding me when I needed her to. For not doing more to help me. For telling me that my problems would go away if I simply pretended they didn't exist. Even though she had no rational way of knowing the extent of my situation. And even though her advice was sincere. God, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I spring up from my bed. I can't take this anymore. I need to get all of these feelings out of my head. These disgusting, ugly, violent feelings. I need them out. I need them out. I need them out. I need them out! Frantically, I scramble to the bookshelf. I need that book. I need that book now. I run my fingers along the spine, searching for the right color, the right pattern, the right texture. My hand scrambles frantically into every niche, every nook and grasping, looking. I grab hold. I pull out my diary. Yeah. I just put those feelings in here. It's like I always do. Once the bad funds are gone on paper, once they can be shut between covers and kept away, I'll be normal. I'll be normal again. Yeah, normal. Normal! I want to be normal. Normal like everyone else here somehow is. I frantically rattle my hand along the top of the bookcase until I feel the cool press of glass. My fingers encircle the jar, tilting it downwards. I ruffle through for the feel of a smooth, plastic lid. Take my pen. I crouch down, eyes focused on the blank pages. I write. And draw. And scribble. And tear. And write and draw and scribble. And tear. And write and draw and scribble. And tear. Write and draw and scribble. And tear. And write and draw and scribble and tear. Oh my god, I feel so bad for her. Like, imagine going through over and over and over and over again. I do it. Through this, I'll purge these feelings. Purging these feelings will make me good. I'll be good. I'll be pure. Mind and heart both. Like everyone else here. I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be good. Grace walks in. Oh god. Crap. Crap. I have to hide this. She can't see what I just wrote. What I've been doing. No, hold on. Grace has seen my diary before. Yeah. But she didn't mind what she saw, did she? So, I can trust her. Yeah. I can trust her. No, you can't. You can't. Oh, I snapped the diary shut. Oh, Grace. You're back. Grace doesn't look at me or reply. Her eyes are unfocused. Her outfit's in disarray. She looks awful. Like she could collapse on the floor at every moment. The architectural sect really is working her to the bone. There's no good in disturbing someone who isn't all there right now. Better let her rest. It seems like she won't be cleaning up with me. Let's just get ready for bed myself. Looks like you've had a long day. I won't bother you with small talk then. I'm gonna wash up soon. Just letting you know in advance. Grace still says nothing. Strange. I don't push the issue further. I make my way out of the room with my toiletries and pajamas in tow. She's probably gonna be looking through the diary at this point. I feel like I don't know. After washing, I climb into my bunk below. Grace is moved, but her oddly vacant demeanor hasn't budged one bit. She's sitting on the top bed bunk, gazing absently at the ceiling. Hey, Grace, are you alright? There's a long pause. Then Grace finally speaks.
I just have a lot on my mind right now.
Is the architectural sect bothering you again? They keep you up with work more than they should have?
I guess you could say that.
Oh, okay. An uncomfortably long silence followed. Grace's closed-off demeanor makes me a little nervous. Well, once you get through work, I hope you're still looking forward to it. You know, the whole tuck shop thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another uncomfortable silence. I guess she's too tired to even think right now. Well, I won't keep you up. I've also had a long day, so I'm heading to bed. Good night, Grace. Thanks. Thanks for always being here. I can hear whether Grace replies, but either way, I know. Whatever happens tomorrow, or the day after that, I still have Grace. Yeah, Grace. My best and only friend. The one person I trust above all else. It's probably eating her inside that she told Cerise. Okay, I feel like some shit is going down. I don't know. She's finally asleep. Oh, Lady Amars. What am I supposed to think about Magda now? First I see her sneaking outside, and last night Cerise warned me about her. And this evening, Eve told me that she found some footage. There are cameras in that fucking building! Oh my god! And then after all that, Magda's diary, she forgot to put it away. She's usually so careful with it. When I walked in, Magda scared me. She was hunched over in a small corner of the room, scrolling on the diary's pages like she was possessed. I've never seen that side of Magda before. Oh gosh, even thinking about that still makes my heart hammer away like mad. But that diary, Magda was always the one turning the pages. She never let me read for myself. She skipped over certain sections. I got the feeling that she was choosing what I got to see. What's really inside that book? She's so secretive about her problems. Always hiding herself. From everyone. From me. Or would she not trust her best friend? A year ago, I defended Magda in an assembly. By some miracle, I encouraged everyone to spare her. I thought that with their help, I could help her become a better person. But right now, she's traveling a dangerous path again. Her curiosity really has been leading her down dark roads. Cerise said so last night. Eve suggested much of the same. So I'm the only one who can help her. Who can save her. So I have to take this matter in my own hands. Man. Quietly, I crawl down the ladder of the bunk bed. When my feet touch the ground, I carefully position myself. I try not to set foot on any of the creaky floorboards. Magda's not a heavy sleeper. I can't afford to wake her. Once I'm certain that I'm safe, I carefully make my way to Magda's diary. Left on the floor, shoved to the side. I reach down and grab it. Here it is. A little book filled with lots of secrets. There's no going back once I open this. I'll learn everything about Magda. The truth. What's really going on inside her head. Carefully I open to a random page. What I see horrifies me. Magda wants Cerise to be, I'm assuming, killed? Magda wants to... Okay, I'm not sure that free, unless it doesn't represent... I mean, hit? Maybe? Hit her? Like methods of torture. Scrolls and scribbles of contorted expression. Frightening instruments, violent prose. Blood and entrails everywhere. Bleeding. Bit. I don't know what the first one, but I think drawing and hanging. Cut! Oh, cut Eve! Cut or hit her, that makes sense. Belting, maybe? I don't know. Hanging. I can't think about these words and images for long. I need to quickly block them from my mind. I'll go insane if I think about them for long enough. I turn to another series of entries. They're all about Maria. Drawings of Maria. Writing about Maria. Thoughts of Maria. Drowning hanging. Ah, drowning hanging. Yeah. What about the first one? I don't know. Bakaranai. Maria. 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 Magda kissing Maria. Oh, come on! Magda holding Maria. Ah! Jeez. I'm not gonna read that out loud. Not looking. I don't see it. Intense and graphic fantasies about her body, her warmth, her kindness. I mean... beating! Ah! How? How dare she fantasize about Maria? Desiring a sect head? Out of the question. That is entirely, thoroughly... Oh. Oh no. Lady Amaris. What should I do? The girl I defended. My friend. My best friend. She's... I willingly protected a girl like this. A girl who was, all this time, completely insane. What now? I have to tell someone about this. Yes, I need to tell someone. This is an emergency. If I don't do anything, I'll put everyone at risk. Magda might get worse and her insanity might spread. To the art sect, to our dorm, maybe even to me. She'll ruin the haven for good. The community we worked so hard to protect. I have to stop this. I have to take responsibility for what I did. For wrongly putting my faith in her. I need to put an end to the mess I started. I'll take Magda's diary. I'll find Cerise. I'll get her to tell Eve. And then... I'll ask Lady Amaris to hold an emergency assembly tomorrow morning. Oh my god. It's another dream. Again, I am frozen. Unable to do anything. Again, the dream is about Nils. They're standing in the middle of a clearing. No one else is there. Their eyes are filled with anticipation. Do you think maybe that Nils is gonna try to help us? No. I think I need to go take care of me voice. Yeah, I do think that Nils, like, I don't think they don't seem like a bad person. Cause like they're just saying, oops, I amplified, but it's like, it's almost like a warning signal, right? From them, they're like, I do it to get your attention, and I'm like, They're searching for something in their surroundings. Again and again they look round. Once, twice, 3 times. The tension in their face relaxes. They huff out a sigh of relief. They run. They run to a place where the clouds loom over the world like an ancient canopy. Thank you, I need to, because tomorrow is the beginning of new... Yeah, tomorrow is big old Monday. But yeah, I need to get it under some hot water and salt to take care of my voice. So I will end at 10 and then I'll do that. One pinpricks the starlight, a place where the clouds underneath their feet are outmatched by the majesty of the heavens above. Heavens they alone know. All that waits here is a gate. A twisted, rusting iron gate. A gate that would groan lightly with the slightest provocation. A gate that would alert everything and everyone if it was even looked at wrong. Nils walks up to it. Gingerly, they raise their hand to its bars. The gate is opened. By some miracle, no sound is made. Nils smirks. Everything seems to be going according to plan. The gate is not secure, it can go around Flesh Shay. I know, right? Huh. I knew this would work. No one here would bother to guard this old thing after all. It's like, shit is going down. Why should I expect anything from the others at this point? All they do is lie around without a care, laughing at human misery, egging on stupid wars, forgetting why we even exist in the first place. They push the gate further. It remains eerily silent. Also, by the way, can I just say, it's very interesting how this game is like dealing with sort of like Magda as basically like having intrusive thoughts. Because obviously, like, if she really was like in danger of doing all of the things that she writes down in her book, like something would have happened, right? You'd think after Cerise did something that horrible to her, she would have lashed out, but she didn't, right? Ah, I feel so bad for her. Their hand stops. At last, the gate's opening is large enough for them to slip through. Right, this is it then. Time to go. Let's go! Nils steps forward. They take a deep breath. For a moment, their eyebrows furrow. Their head turns to the side, on the edge of looking back. They pulse like they're struggling with the thought. Like they might never see this place again. They wrench their gaze forward. Once more, they face the gate. They clench their fists. They dig their heels deep into the surface beneath. They steady themselves as they gaze down on what lies beyond the gate, below the lip of the clouds that they stand on. Once they jump off this cliff, their life will change. They'll be branded a traitor, no matter the outcome. They will be shut out of the higher realm forever. This is the point of no return. And yet they walk forward. They walk until their toes curl over the edge of their home. They grit their teeth, breathe inwards, mutter to themselves barely audibly. Go. Do it. With a final push, they leap and let their body fall into the unknown. The dream seems to have ended. Yet, I can't wake up. I can't leave. Return to myself. The story must not be over. A dot of light appears. At first, it's faint and small. A little star in the emptiness of night. But it grows larger and larger. Brighter and brighter. Soon I'm bathed in blinding white light. I have to squeeze my eyes shut. All is silent, and then I hear the wind. My body shakes. Air lashes around me, shifting me to and fro. The world around me goes cold. Something's changed. My eyes open. I gasp, and my heart jumps into my throat. I'm far, far up in the sky. Clouds are rushing past me. I'm falling closer and closer to Earth. I know I'm not actually here. That none of these sensations are real. But even so, the feelings are overwhelming. This dream is no projection. I notice a shadow hanging over me. I look up. It looks so happy. That's sad. Nils is soaring gracefully over the vast golden expanse of the sky. Large wings stretch out from their back, helping them glide through the air. I never knew Nils had wings like those. They're utterly beautiful. Untouched. Perhaps even divine. They remind me of a bird I once read about long ago. A tall, elegant bird with pure white feathers. One that no longer existed in the world I lived in. An egret. Nils's wing reminded me of an egret. Their serene flight focuses my mind. I take in the world, quickly shrinking in its expanse as I fall. A dangerous end awaits. I go panicked, scared I'm going to die. But I'm in a dream. None of this is real. None of this is actually happening. I'm perfectly safe. Just asleep. If that's the case, I should be able to slow things down, shouldn't I? So, I'll imagine myself as light as a single feather from Nils's back. Aww. My descent slows. My body gently rocks back and forth. My stomach calms down. I am at peace. The sun begins to set in the west, setting the sky aflame in streaks of gold and pink. Nils is smiling to themselves. I'm not surprised. This is the first sunset they've seen from the view of the world below. I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe they're happy. Maybe they see this beauty as an omen of things to come. Together, the two of us drink in the beauty of the sky. Together, we descend to Earth. We make a safe landing on a small island, dense with woodland. I lean on a nearby tree. Okay. Nils folds their wings behind their back and starts investigating their surroundings. They bring a hand to their chin to even thought. Right, I think I can start my work here. If I recall correctly, there aren't many humans on this island. Good thing, too. It'll be easier for me to test out my methods on a smaller population. If I walk around for long enough, I should run into one of them eventually. Maybe even a couple if I'm lucky. Nil stretches, straightens their back, and takes a deep breath. They begin to make their way into the forest, pushing their way through the thickets of knotted leaves and branches. Curious, I follow them from behind. A small twinge of discomfort pricks my consciousness. The way they talked earlier. It somehow bothers me. It almost came across as detached. Perhaps even unable to understand the people they're trying to help. I didn't expect Nils to think like a human being, but their words, their view of their work, their expression, they were all cold and clinical, flipped and terse like a research study paper. Ooh. Nils wanders further into the through the forest. Time passes. Their frustration grows. Their brow furrows more and more. As we walk, I look around. I find myself recognizing the trees growing here. Some berries I know, unripened in the bushes. Some notes of delicate birdsong in the air. Ones I'm certain I've heard before. But Nils keeps on changing direction and turning this way and that. I can't figure out why this place looks so familiar. They're muttering to themselves constantly. Ugh, why can't I find anything? Where are the humans? I swear my observations from above were accurate. If I don't find a human soon, it'll all be over. I'll have already been banished. And then, for what? This will be a huge waste of my time, energy, and... Their agonizing is cut short. They stop. Their eyes focus. A smile curls on their lips. I move into a small space beside them. Their gaze is locked onto something in the distance. I look into the deep of the forest in the direction in which their head is turned. To see what suddenly drew their attention. Huh? They're 2 members of the Haven. A small foraging group with tools and baskets at the ready. They're digging up some mushrooms for the forest floor. But I don't know their faces. I don't recognize them at all. So, they must be old members. In fact, they probably are. The cuts of their uniform are different. Vintage. Styles that haven't been used in decades. Ah, it all makes sense now. No wonder this place felt familiar. I've lived here my whole life. Nils begins to move forward. They approach the 2 girls slowly and gracefully, like they were approaching timid rabbits. It's obvious they don't want to come across as a threat. Greetings. My name is Nils. Nils bows slowly and deeply. The foragers flinch. They turn around and freeze. Both stare back, wide-eyed. A tense silence follows. One of the 2 girls lets out a ghastly shriek. As quickly as they can, the 2 of them drop their foraging rewards and grab their equipment. In a few minutes, all that remains are their footprints, smeared across the forest floor in a mad dash to escape. Nils stands still, completely puzzled. Are humans normally timid? I wasn't expecting that sort of response. I, on the other hand, saw it coming a mile away! You are ruthless, Magda! Ruthless! Nils chose to descend on the Haven, a settlement cut off from any and every form of danger. I hope these woods don't have a bee. No more bee farms. No more bees. Bees are banned. Anyway, anything new was a potential threat to our community. But wait, they use beeswax, so they have to have bees. Bro, are beeswax made? Wait, how do you make beeswax? Wait, how's beeswax? Wait. Like, genuinely. No, it is from bees. Okay. You know sometimes when something is named after... No. But you do know sometimes when something is named after something that it doesn't, like, have anything to do with. Prime example, fucking pineapples have nothing to do with pines or apples. Right? Like, I'm just telling you. Yes! I knew you were gonna use that example. Anything new was a potential threat to our community. Why wouldn't we be afraid of Nils? We literally have the same brain cell. We're sharing it right now. Why wouldn't, even I was shocked when I first saw them. Given thought, Nils sits down. They rest their head on their hand. Contemplative yet aware they had their work cut out for them. All is silent. Nils go, Suddenly I hear a rustling from behind. I turn around. That's Samaris! Oh, there she is. That's her. It's like a youngster. Like, if you had no idea that wiener in abundance, I think you would be confused by the name hot dog.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is a hot dog? Like a dog that's been in the sun for a long time and is trying to cool down. Is that a hot dog? Another group of I turn around. Another group of Haven girls approaches. Slowly they inch their way closer towards Nils. Oh, they have the dart. I didn't even see that. Nils doesn't notice their presence. Sweat beats on my brow. And their palms are long and thin too. Long outdated models. But still a familiar sight. They're blow dart pipes. Weapons we use to stun and immobilize intruders and traitors. So the dog has been in the sun enough. Here are thy hot dog, basically. The Forager team. They must have warned the community about Nils. Nils! Nils, you need to go! If you don't, then the Haven will attack you. Run! Get out of here! Leave! Now! One of the members, the leader of the group, raises her hand. 3 fingers pointed upward. That's Amaris, right? Like a young Amaris. It looks just like her, at least. 3 fingers pointed upwards in total silence. Her sharp gaze and high cheekbones are striking. I immediately recognize her. That girl is Lady Amaris. Yes, okay. At a signal, the other members in the group bring the fin tubes to their lips. Quietly, Lady Amaris begins to count down. 3. I run to Nils. 2. Try to grab them by the shoulders. 1. My hands pass through them. I remember. I can't do anything for Nils. These events had already happened. Lady Amaris' hand drops down. Nils is pin-cushioned by a cascade of rainbow darts. They gasp in pain. As the poison begins to seep into their body, they try to stand up. Once, Maria told me that a dose from one dart could make a normal human unconscious after they took 7 steps. The toxin we used, distilled from the juice of island berries, was meant to take out a person quickly and effectively. It cut any opportunity to harm mercifully short. 30 more darts pierce Nils along the length of their spine. Nils finally stands in full. Can't believe someone is shooting her minigun of syringes again under the pretense of healing. I know, right? They try to turn around to see who had just attacked them, but inevitably the toxin overwhelms them. They fall. With a soft thud, Nils crumbles to the ground unconscious. My surroundings blur. They drip and streak across my view, paint blending with paint, all melting into a world of unintelligible color. And the world goes dark. Again. The rest of Nils's memories are fragmented. Little shards of thought glinting in and out of the void. Fading in and out of consciousness. In these shards, I'm no longer myself. I'm not human anymore. I am Nils. I lay on a middle table, paralyzed. In hazard wear and a mask, she's nearly unrecognizable, but Lady Amaris herself gazes over my body. She probes my flesh with instruments, gives endless commands to the shapeless helpers that stand around her. This isn't necessary for our future. We need you. Only you can save us from the world. I lay half-conscious, weakly struggling. Her pleas are accompanied by a sharp, stinging pain. I look down to my right. My upper arm has been sliced open. His sacred hand lifts a surgical knife. Lady Amaris puts down the tool and brings some pins and pair of tongs into view. My eyes widen. Those tools she tacks the skin back. A violent shock runs down my spine. I lurch forward. The forceps reach inwards and start to pull on muscle. It's too much. I pass out. Oh my god. I wake up. A dull ache throbs through my body. My chest cavity is held open by an instrument that I've never seen before. Lady Amaris is there again, holding a coil of my intestines. She points to a strange little organ that neither she nor I recognize. With a hum, she takes the surgical knife and cuts a slice. The sting of her blade makes my nerves scream. I bite my tongue so hard it splits. Blood trickles down my chin. Mechanically, Lady Amaris puts the slice in a tube filled with liquid. It's too much. I pass out. Oh my god! I feel so bad for them. I wake up. A searing pain burns through my spine. My body feels strangely light. I turn my head to my wings. They're gone. Oh, I knew all that's left on my back are 2 stumps, caked with warm blood. The ligaments, the bone,
The feathers, all are neatly arranged on an empty table next to me, removed from my body. Lydia Morris is inspecting a clump of feathers. She's muttering to herself. Saddened that tearing apart the pretty limbs was necessary for her work. Excited by the possibilities my wingless self presented. I want to puke. It's too much. I pass out. Oh my god. I wake up and pass out again and again. My hands and feet are detached and reattached. My chest is opened and shut. Now and then, portholes are installed in my abdomen. Needles are inserted, drawing out fluids. The peaks of my shoulder blades and my spine now house a new set of monstrous wire wings. They bind me, suspend me, attach me to a mysterious machine. I'm not sure what my body is being used for, but in half-lucid listening throughout checkups, maintenance, and regular procedures, snatches of conversation make their way to me. Once, as yet another needle snaked its way into a porthole to collect an organ sample, the young girls that carried out the task talked about their recent findings. Apparently, they fed my fluid to some creatures. Said creatures seemed to resist any and all illness they were exposed to. They'd never seen anything like it before. What's more, my fluid had no taste, no odor, and absolutely no They've been- Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Ooh, no, 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 no. A single drop was all that was required for it to work miracles. A little later, they talked about a grand meal they were planning. I know! They're putting it in the food! No! 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 A celebratory dinner between Lydia Morris and all the sect heads. Oh my god. Oh my god. The food will be rare, delicious, and special. It will be luscious. It will be anointed with a miracle substance in their needles. The substance from my body. You'd be the first human trial of a medicine that could protect their community. Forever. Other girls. They make it- Oh. Other girls who refit and replace the wiring don't talk nearly as much as the fluid drawing team. But observing them gives me a sense of the purpose of my wires serve. Each time a wire is unplugged for replacement, I feel slightly less tired. I can flex my arms slightly instead of merely twitching a few fingers. My feet can kick weakly versus aimlessly twirling in their sockets. Raising my head is no longer a titanic effort. The burst of energy always stops when a new wire is inserted. Yeah, ooh, we gotta go rip out the wires. The burst of energy always stops when the new wire is inserted. I grow weak once more, and I notice that the strip of light illuminating the room changes too. The more unplugged I am, the dimmer the lights get. Perhaps my body is serving other purposes. Yeah. Occasionally, Lady Morris walks in to see me. She's always silent. Always contemplative. As she stares at me, I look down to avoid her gaze. Her eyes are always locked onto my body, dissecting it visually, looking for what she can harvest next. What sacred flesh she could put to her use. She hungers to consume me. She's sick, depraved, monstrous. The type of human who'd pull anyone and anything apart if it intrigued her. Hello, Joe Barra! What a wonderful thing to come back to, right? Nils's traumatic memories. The type of human to always use others for her gain, whether they knew it or not. The type of human who drove others to madness, to depravity. Though she looks for new parts to eat. New organs to harvest. New parts to maim. She seems happy. I know. Yeah. Lady Mars isn't great. She can't have all of me. My mind is still free. She can't take it. But the longer I'm down here, the more my mind changes. Once I get out of here, I hope her people know what kind of things she did. What kind of things she uses. The punishment they'll give her for violating life. The liberation they'll give me. I guess they stopped hoping for freedom. Once I get out of here, I'll leave. Forever. These humans don't deserve the help of a higher power. Once I get out of here, I'll do the humans here a favor and kill them all. They've lost what made them human to start with. They're just mindless, greedy vermin. It's so, like, man.
It's so sad to see them have, like, their worst fears confirmed. If I ever get out of here. If I ever leave free to go. If I ever see another human. I'll tear them apart. Limb to joint. To fat to heart. To eyes to hair. To bone to nerve. To tongue to muscle. To cell. Ooh. Everyone was right. Humanity's doomed. I should have never left. Should have never come here. Should have never tried. I'm such an idiot. I feel bad for them. And I'm gonna die here. Alone. Is the dream over? Yes. Okay. Perfect. I was just waiting for like a place to. I thought it would be weird to end it in the middle of like. Okay. I think that's good enough. Wow. That was so cool. Oh my god, I love this game. Like, wow. It's just, yeah, like it's way more than I was expecting. Like it's going places, and I don't know. I was just completely entranced when I saw like when I saw all the designs and stuff, because like the characters look so cute and stuff. But like this is so cool. My god. I will find a day next week. It's morning. Yeah. I forgot to sleep. So yeah, we're gonna. It's not gonna be Saturday. It's only because Saturday. Yeah, I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I had some family stuff. But the only reason that I didn't stream Shibuya Scramble this weekend was because I got my booster and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be sick as fuck. Which I wasn't, at least not yet. So I hope I got through it. Yeah, I will figure out when we'll play this game again next week. It might be like actually the final, which would be cool. But we don't know that yet. But yeah, so I will see you guys next week. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you Jabara and Argo and Devil and Ichan and Momo and everybody else who came to the stream. And Arson as well. Thank you guys for coming today. And I will see you sometime next week. Love you guys. Good night. Oyasumina.